Sunday evening. Glock hit 6, DC Wolf grabbed the mic, spit them Auburn tricks. War Eagle chant echo through the mix. On that YouTube channel, Golf Sports, get your fix. Huddle up, game day replays. Highlights on deck, watch them Tigers amaze. From the field to the court, stories that blaze. DC Wolf's got the scoop, so tune in, press play. Huddle up, game day replays. Highlights on deck, watch them Tigers amaze. From the field to the court, stories that blaze. DC Wolf's got the scoop, so tune in, press play. Auburn Addicts, every move, every play. DC Wolf got the news, best believe what he say. Sunday evening 6, catch the live display. War Eagle in the house, show him the way. Recaps and stats, breakdown so neat. From the fans in the stands to the players in cleats. Orange and blue, we never face defeat. Sunday night swag can't be beat. DC Wolf, he the GOAT, no debate. All the big plays, he annotate. From Tumor's Corner to Jordan Harrier Gate, Auburn reigns supreme, checkmate. Got the interviews, got the insider's view. When it's Sunday at 6, Wolf's gon' come through. For the fans and the fam, it's a Bama coup. Smashing that subscribe, Wolf's crew grew. Smashing that subscribe, Wolf's crew grew.
It's about that time. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to Auburn News Today, aka have you heard, ladies and gentlemen? I got my crew in the house, man. We got the crew of all stars today. You better believe it, man. I love it, man. I haven't seen that one in a long time, Dick. I haven't seen that. You caught me off guard too. We got Nick Frazier for the Water Cooler Talk Sports, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Nick, what's going on, man? I ain't falling for it, Nick. I know you know, man. I'm not falling for it.
Oh, my man. That's
impressive, bro. Like, yeah, he used to get me with that. He used to get me with that, man. I'm like, I guess Nick froze.
That's good. That's good, man.
You used to get me with that, man. You used to get me with it, man. Hey, what's going on, Nick, man? What's going on with you, man? How you doing today?
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Hey, man, you chewing like, you know what I'm saying, Denzel, like your mouth, like working your mouth like Denzel on training day, so I know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? I got my man, Bubba from Bubba and Old Man Sports Talk, man, and hopefully, man, the old man might come in. We never know, man. He make a special appearance sometime. What's up, Bubba? What's going on, my man?
What's up, buddy?
You ain't nothing, man. And my man, you know, Bubba is behind the screen because he said the latest see his face, man, is gonna be pandemonium all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So, man, he gotta keep himself incognito, man, to keep all the ladies in check. That's just the way it is, man. And I got my man, Tez from SECZN. It's SECZN, man. Check out this man's channel, man. We shouldn't have to keep telling you, man. The man is on fire, man. They doing their updates every Tuesday night, man. You gotta tune in, man, because they are the authority, man, on these rankings, bro. Check it out, man. What's up, Tez? What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Everything you just said is true. I agree with everything you just said.
No lies detected. No lies detected.
I support this message.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I got my all stars today, man. We about to get it, man. This is gonna be a show. All right, man. Let's get to it. This is the hardest question. This might be the hardest question of the week. Give me a positive you took from this game. This might be the hardest question to answer on any podcast, on any channel in the whole universe, man. Give me positives you took away from this game on Saturday, man. Tez, I'll start with you. Go ahead.
So yeah, I didn't watch it Saturday. I've been watching it all morning, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Positives from this game. The only positive that I can say from this game right on the top of my head is Texas A&M was ranked pretty high.
What the world I tell you? I tell you,
man.
Bro.
Go ahead, say it again, man, because I just bust out laughing, man. Go ahead.
And they were ranked pretty high. So it's a loss against a highly ranked team, and it's only a 6-point loss against a highly ranked team is it's positive. Yeah, that's right.
All right, Bubba, give me some. Bubba, give me
Do
some
it for me.
positives, man. Give me some positives, Bubba.
Positives, as in plural.
I mean, if it's just one, whatever. Give me something positive. All right, man. Give me something positive, man.
It's over.
The game over. That's the positive. I like that. I like that.
Man,
I like
Clock
that.
yeah,
says
that
zero.
was awesome.
I love it.
That is awesome, man. Nick Frazier, man.
Yeah.
Give me a positive. Please give me something positive.
I mean, it was great weather there. It was it seemed like there was a nice contingent of Auburn fans that made the trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Waste of gas money.
Yeah.
That's a negative, Bubba.
That's a negative. That's a
negative.
negative,
Man. That's a negative.
I mean, Auburn didn't turn the football over.
Okay, that's positive.
There we go. There we go.
Positive, man.
Auburn turned the football over. I guess that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, ain't nothing else to. I can't. I ain't got nothing else.
Okay, let me give y'all a positive, and then we're gonna go to the negative, and then the show might be this time tomorrow on the negatives. For me, I would say positive for me would be, man, we found out we have a legitimate defense. I think we have an SEC championship caliber defense at Auburn, and then two, I think a positive is, man, we see what our glaring problem is, which we've known all along, and we just been hoping and praying that, man, something intervenes with Hugh Freeze's play calling and his philosophy on offense to change this. But I see we have a championship caliber defense, man, and we know directly where the problem lies. So with that said, that's something that's fixable, meaning the powers that be or Hugh Freeze or anybody else can say, okay, man, scrap this whole offensive philosophy and, man, just inject somebody that can fix the offense, because the defense is fine. You don't necessarily have to just, let's saying, throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know what I'm saying? In this scenario, you can just kind of fix that problem and then just, keep going. So my next question to y'all, what are the negatives from this game? So the negative Nancy people, the negative Auburn policeman can't come in and say y'all just being negative. No, we started the show being positive. You just missed the first part of the show. Now, Nick.
Yep.
Talk to me, man.
Well, I don't know where to start.
I agree.
There's a lot to go with, but
okay.
The negative I'm gonna start with is this, ladies and gentlemen. If you watched the Uptempo podcast this morning, I told you that I thought about this last night after the show.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot on my mind, and I had to figure out how to get this down. So I wrote some stuff down, and I want to say this. This is, just bear with me for a second. I wrote this down.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
This man writing.
Incompetent and reckless and relentless are the worst combination of qualities. Nick Frazier. Relentlessness without competence means someone won't stop pushing even when they don't know what they're doing. Instead of pausing to reassess or learn, they keep making bad moves. Persistence and error compounds those problems. One bad decision repeated or enforced with energy can do more harm than several mistakes that get corrected quickly. Resistance to correction often comes with relentlessness. People with this combination may ignore feedback and double down on failure. In the game of football, in sports in general. For example, if a player who keeps trying the wrong move aggressively, can hurt the team more than if they had sat out. How do you contrast that? Are you competent but relentless? Meaning that person may miss opportunities, but at least the actions are sound when they act. Are you relentless and competent? Which means there are breakthroughs and real progress could be happening. Or are you just incompetent but not relentless? Which means that there are mistakes are limited, but hold up, I said that wrong. Let me my eyes threw me off. He said, are you incompetent but relentless? Meaning the mistakes are limited because they do not push them very far. So in short, relentlessness is only admirable when it is paired with competence, humility, and adaptability. Without those, it becomes a force multiplier for failure. Ladies and gentlemen, I put in my thoughts last night. I put it in ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT to spit that out for me, and it did. Ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Freeze is incompetent. Hugh Freeze is incompetent, ladies and gentlemen. And it's time.
Okay.
That is,
We can just close the show after that, man. Y'all done?
that is a negative.
Where can we find you, Nick? Just close.
I'm sorry I had to start. I had to do that, but I had to put that down. I just put my thoughts on. I put my thoughts in the ChatGPT, and ChatGPT helped me formulate that to that.
Awesome.
Hugh Freeze is incompetent, ladies and gentlemen. It's time.
Tez, give me your negatives, man.
Oh man. First of all, I do want to say that if anybody from Auburn University is watching this show, look at what you're doing to your fan base. You turn my guy Nick into a philosopher.
Socrates.
Look at what we're going through right now.
I'm just telling you, man. I've always been a writer. I just had to get it out. That's it.
Yeah, man.
Actually, to be honest with you, I'm actually a published author. I actually have published work. But you know,
it's a sad day on the plane.
Very sad. Very sad day,
man.
You gotta laugh and keep from crying sometimes.
Yeah, man.
Laugh and keep from crying sometimes.
So what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna go down a laundry list of negatives because, like DC said, we'll be here until tomorrow.
Right.
But I will say this after watching this game, and y'all warned me that this was gonna be a tough watch, and it was a tough watch. Luckily for me, my DVR didn't start until like late in the first quarter, so I missed
the reason why that happened is because the game started on ESPNU. That's the only reason why you missed the other part. That would have made you
right. Yeah, I figured that. I figured like it started on another channel and then so I only got that. I didn't see Auburn's first drive, which
you didn't want to see it.
You didn't miss anything
like the rest of them.
You didn't miss nothing. You didn't miss nothing. Three straight passes, 3 and out. The second drive was the same thing. You good?
So I'll point to one of the glaring for me, what I think is why I think that we're in trouble as a football team is I don't know if this defense is as good as we think it is.
Okay.
I think we're giving this defense a lot of credit for beating up on some bad offenses. Texas A&M is not a good offense. They're just not. They're not a good offensive team. They have a good receiver and a dynamic quarterback. Outside of that, they make some of the same mistakes that we make on offense in terms of play calling. However, they did stick to the run. But when we've seen this defense against a high-power offense in Baylor, I mean, granted, they're doing that to everybody. We didn't look particularly well. And I think that it's only a matter of time before we run into an offense that can take advantage of our weaknesses on defense. And if you thought this game looked bad, imagine a game like this where we can't stop anybody. Just imagine this Texas A&M team with Baylor's offense and what we would be sitting here looking at right now. So that is, I can talk about, I'm sure we're going to get the Jackson order in the offense and the incompetence there. I'm sure we will, but I do want to point out that, man, this defense has got a ways to go. We got to get some better production from them because I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time. I started looking down that schedule. You know, you got that Diego Pavia matchup, and they're putting up 40. You know, if you think you finna hold them to 10 points, lot of disciplinary issues. And overall, I kind of said this after the game. Man, we have a Monday through Friday problem.
Mm-hmm.
Our problem is not so much. I mean, we focus on play calling and stuff because that's like I said, that's low hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I say that is because I watched the Georgia and Alabama game and I saw some questionable play calling down the stretch that worked. That had it not worked, everybody would have been like, "Oh, you should have done this."
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how this thing goes. If it works, you're a genius. If it doesn't work, why are you running that? So that's why I'm not getting into the play calling that much. Disciplinary issue, whatever is happening Monday through Friday, is why we see this product on the field. It's why we see the lack of timing. It's why we say the lack of discipline, the lack of gap integrity on defense, like the things that that you pick up Monday through Friday. We're missing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's for me, that's not going to lead to I know we can turn it around. We're going to out talent some teams for sure. But whenever there's a team worth any salt, we're not going to win that football game, man. I just have no confidence in us ability to we can't out talent Texas A&M. Believe it or not, they have a ton of talent on their football team, and this is the result you get: a 10-16 football game. And that's going to continue. We'll look good against some teams, like particularly, like I said, we may beat Georgia. We may actually beat Georgia. Oh man, we'll storm the field and everybody get all excited, and then we'll lose 4 more games down the stretch.
Wow, man.
And earn our coach an extension because he won a big game and start the cycle right back over. We'll be in the same spot again next year, talking the same things. Defense looks good. Offense needs to catch up. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can go on and on, but it starts Monday through Friday, and it starts in the building. Like before it even gets to the kids and the coaches, it starts in the building of Auburn University. So. But that's a different conversation.
Bubba.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what's been said. I feel the same way. I don't think we have a play calling issue. I don't think we have an offensive system issue.
Oh, we do.
I think we have a complete and total lack of development and preparation issue.
Yes.
That's the main issue.
Yes.
Especially up front. Because every play caller is going to look like dog shit if his players are unprepared. Hold up. If his players are unprepared and he's constantly in 1st and 15, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 12. So I think all the blame that's being laid at the feet of Hugh Freeze is warranted. I just think it's the wrong blame being laid there. I don't think it's an issue at quarterback. I don't think it's an issue with play calling. I don't think it's an issue with his system. I think it's an issue of everything that goes on during the week of practice, during preparation, during spring and fall camp. I think that's the main problem. As far as issues from this specific game, the list is too long to even go through. Offensive line is completely unprepared. We have 5 players that are solid players that do not play well as a unit. They cannot pass off twists and stunts. That is awful. The fact that our left tackle is either leaving early or way too late off the ball because it's too loud. How do we not have? Okay, we have a verbal cadence and we have a clap cadence. Why do we not have a silent cadence? That is something that should be installed early on in spring, that you should work consistently. And the fact that we didn't have that to go to is a major issue. Our quarterback looks roughly the same as he looked last year, which is a major issue because we see all the flashes that we saw from him last year at Oklahoma. We see all the athletic ability, which is so very apparent. The arm talent is ridiculous. He's not ready as a drop back passer. And he's in his 3rd year of college football, and he's had 13 or 14 starts. he should be somewhat ready if he's put in a position to be a drop back passer. Defensively, I agree. We're a big playmaking defense. We're a big time bend but don't break defense. But the first time an offense comes in that's fundamentally sound like Vanderbilt, we're going to get ran through. That's about it.
All right, man. Godbody, what's up, Godbody? God said, freeze, shaking my head, fire freeze, and let's move forward. Terrell, Godbody night, you saying fire freeze. What's up, Rooster in? Ed is in. Rooster says, man, righteously, bro, y'all just so y'all know, when it comes to Hugh Freeze, I don't like his face. It's time. Man, Nick done started a revolution. It's time, man. What's up, Edric? Hire John Gruden, please. Phew, he's our coach. We'll answer that in a minute, man. What's up, King Richard is in the house. He says, I'm so done with offensive coaching staff. I've been looking forward to another team outside the SEC to root for. Dang, just to get some kind of excitement back. Wow. Ed Darby says 21, man.
What up, Mr. 21?
Oh, man. He said, bro, I was just thinking that's too perfect of a freeze, man. Okay. What's up, Ed? What's up, man? What's going on, Hugging? Man, y'all need to hit that like button. Please hit the like button, man. And please subscribe to our boys, All Stars, man. They got content, man, out of this world. You want to subscribe to everybody's channel here, man. We'll put it up at the end so you can subscribe. Defense look good. I agree, man. 6 more those we get a new coach. That is a positive.
That's actually pretty clever.
Yeah, it is, man. Chris Law, Jordan Hare will be lit. Georgia going down 35-30, man. We ain't scoring up 35 points. Running backs are fresh at the midway point, man. Yes, bro. Running backs got all kind of tread on the tires, man. He said no one important got hurt. Okay. Lashley, Levy, Dillingham, Durkin. I'll take Levy.
Give me Marcus Freeman.
All right, y'all put that in your. Bubba said it ain't gonna happen, Nick.
Hey, give me Marcus Freeman.
Man, come on, man. He said Jackson Arnold look like Bubba with a mustache. What?
Wow.
What does that even mean, man? What's up, G? Coaches is uncovered to show what it is. Yes, man. That's what that was a revelation. You said, do we really know? Make a list of negatives. My pen doesn't have enough ink for that. Alabama said. Negative been saying since the beginning of the season. Coaching edge does not favor Auburn in these big SEC games. Ed Darby. Everybody's waxing poetic today. What's up?
King Country.
All right, man. We're gonna bring you in a minute, King. Hold on a second. Negative was Arnold's passing and freeze play calling. Okay. Nick's talking, start the violin. Yeah, that was great, man. Nick writing sonnets about
that was amazing.
Positives, Robert Smith says. Defense, negativity, too much to list, penalties, O-line, QB play coaching. Players probably going in the portal, man, because of the lack of offense. Recruiting hurts because of this, man. Hugh Freeze gets Nick going deep, y'all. Snap your fingers, everyone.
Hey, just saying.
Woo! PhD. What's up? PhD is in the house.
What's
going on, PhD, man? She said she traveled back from Athens this morning. I don't know what that is in parentheses, but listen to yesterday's show while driving. Wow, Nick went off DC for a long time with Axe. How long are you hanging with Freeze? And hi, Tez.
All
right. As a play caller, man, I'm done, man. He said, I'm done with, as a play caller. Nick waxing poetic. Drop the mic, sexual chocolate, Mr. Randy Watson. Randy Watson!
Yeah.
Auburn needs to hire a head coach that wants to be a head coach, not an OC or DC. Hire a DC that is good and doesn't want to be a head coach, and same for OC. But that's going to be hard to find, though, man. Just find an OC. Unless it's a coach that has already been a head coach like Gus that want to
Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, backtrack and just say, man, I'm tired of the whole thing.
Marcus Freeman.
He said Nick was 100% on Mississippi State this year. He called this before the season. Yes, he did. Bubba peeking through the blind still cracks me up. Robertsville, Georgia will test the defense. We'll see that next game. I'm gonna have to push back on y'all on the defense, man. They fired Pittman. It's Freeze next. The defense is not dominant, but they are designed to give up yards. If they can keep the teams under 25, I believe that that's their goal. Okay. Exactly, Tez. The offense playing so bad, it's masking some areas where the defense need to improve. Okay. If Georgia blows us out, that's a question, y'all.
They won't blow us out.
You don't think so?
We won't get blown out in any game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like last year, we didn't get blown out. We got talent on this team. Like, we won't get blown out in any game, but we're going to lose in frustrated manner, just like this Texas A&M game.
I don't know who this is, Alan Berry. Anybody know who this poet is?
Friedrich Nietzsche.
Who is
German philosopher.
Okay.
It's Nietzsche. Yeah.
Okay. How is it pronounced?
Nietzsche. Yeah.
Nietzsche or okay.
Nietzsche.
Okay. TJ Lou says, I don't think any SEC team has a good offense. The reality is just decent. Auburn's defense key is adjusting. When you can rotate players as much as Durkin has and still hold teams, is pretty good. I agree with that. What's up, Brody? You just has to go, man. I called it when we hired the ball. Dang, man. This offense should have no days doing this bye week. Days off, he's saying. 50 watching, 9 likes. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do better than that, man. Hit the like button. Man, it's almost 100 now, man. Come on, man. Give us 100 likes, man. You know, that's free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a hot take for y'all. Bubba tripping bad. LOL. We're gonna bring you in King. We have 53 people, and we almost at 100 now, man. Just, you know, man, I did not have us being a bottom dweller this year. We still got a lot of football left, but yikes, man, you still got that. The avatar from last week is crazy, man. Get the likes up, man. He said,
That's hilarious.
Peyton was better last year in this scheme. Tez has been saying that. He said that yesterday on the after show yesterday, man. Anything else, man? Somebody advertising for likes, man. Please hit the like button. I saw the left tackle in Oklahoma game stand there and let his man jump on Arnold's back. On that play, though, Arnold was like holding the ball like forever, though.
4.5 seconds.
Yeah, he held the ball too long on that particular play. He did help. You know what I'm saying? He said he'd been leaving his time. Comments all over Facebook. He said Bama BUJ is not good for AU. He said giving 2012 vibes.
Ain't that bad.
It's not that bad.
He said Kid Country gonna light it up. He said nobody says it's that bad, man. So here's the real question: if you fire Freeze, we're in a worse situation, just like when we fired Gus.
Not really.
I guess we should get ready for a complete rebuild. No, man, we don't need that. Got to stay positive. Chris also got to stay positive. We try, man. I mean, Hugh Freeze and James Franklin are the same guy. No, one wins more, but can't win the big games. I don't know, man.
Don't disrespect James like that.
Franklin. Huh?
Don't disrespect James Franklin like that.
Yeah,
He's
man.
got like 200 wins in his career.
I'm talking about.
He said, man, Ricky Seals Jones said at this point, this listening to my wife snore is better than listening to Freeze post game.
Listen, man, I wouldn't even call them. That's what makes this so tough. It's like they ain't even excuses, man. Like he telling the truth, and it's like, bro, if you can see it, why aren't you doing anything about it?
Tez, that's what I was talking with the King about when we were talking offline, man. That is the thing that I can't wrap my mind around. Even when you were talking about yesterday about the rushing game, man. What I cannot consume and wrap my mind around is, bro, you are saying what's wrong, but then you lean into doing the thing you said is wrong. Okay, let me keep going, man. We're gonna get it's weird, man. I can't. It's okay. He said I went back and watched the game. Fella Jackson Arnold missed so many guys open. Granted, the O-line is tricky. And going back to the crib, hopefully helps the offense, man. I don't know, man. He said he's Nietzsche. Yeah, he said Nietzsche. If I was Cam, I would postpone my retirement till Mercer. What?
Postpone my retirement to Mercer.
Golly, bro. King is on it today. Can someone explain to me why Hugh Freeze was hired? Because I questioned that decision.
Experience and stability.
Yeah.
Wait. What?
Yes,
That was why he got the job.
Yeah.
You're saying Hugh Freeze was hired because of experience and stability.
Yeah.
It's been a head
Who
coach
else
for
was
12
on?
years.
No one else was on the hot board that had the same amount of experience and had been a consistent winner. Who else will be hired?
It was a bunch of guys out there. Trust me.
Name them.
It was a bunch of them out there.
Name them.
It was basically love like that. It was a bunch of
Could
them
we
out
get
there.
them though?
Oh
That's
yeah,
the question.
yeah.
That
We
is
got
that's the
turned
massive
down.
question. Because you got to think Brent Venables turned
We
us
got turned down
too.
a couple times.
You got turned down. No.
Brent
That
Venables
was
turned us
the that was the Harsin hire.
No, I know
that
that.
was-
But think
yeah.
about it
We
though.
talk
But
about
what I'm
this
but
one
what I'm
coming
saying is,
up.
no, I'm just speaking to coaches out there that we reached and couldn't get. You feel what I'm saying? So
but we know Lane turned us down.
yeah, we know Lane turned us down. We know Brent Venables turned us down, and obviously the guy in
James
Florida
Franklin did
turned
too.
us down. Who?
James Franklin turned down too.
Yeah,
Lane, he
James
turned us
Franklin.
down.
So we naming people that turned us down, man.
But that was
So-
back in 2021 though.
Yeah, I'm
talking
just
about this
speaking.
recent one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I'm just speaking generally.
No, I'm saying recently Lane. We know Lane turned us
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
He just made a whole episode about it.
He said, unless Freeze pulls a miracle, looks like we're in for another trip to the wilderness rebuild due to 5 years, non-existent offense. Marcus Freeman, Sonny Dykes, and Fran Brown on my short list.
Take Sonny off.
Take Sonny off. Okay.
I'm cool with
That
that.
list only needs to be one person. Marcus Freeman.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that,
That's gonna
man.
be tough, man.
He says Peyton, it was Peyton 2 year.
Second year.
Okay.
Mhm.
This looks almost as bad as Harsin tenure, or maybe about the same.
You could argue it's worse because of how much more talent we have than Harsin.
Yeah,
was
that's
able to-
that part, man. Yeah.
Baby,
That's what makes it unpalatable, man. Because you see the talent on the field. There's no one gonna defend Freeze after I say he sucks.
Nope.
You earned this one.
Yeah, you earned that one. Yeah, for real, man.
you won.
Hugh Freeze is incompetent. Hugh Freeze is incompetent. It's time.
Archie pulled, had enough, and pulled trigger to move on with Pittman. Auburn will need to do the same.
And you talking about an Arkansas team and a coach that has been to a bowl game every year except one. That he's been the head coach at Arkansas. And Arkansas was like, yeah, man, we done. We ready to move on, man. Hey, but look at us over here at Auburn, bro. We're gonna keep giving this man chance after chance. Hey, but guess what? Hugh Freeze is incompetent. It's time.
Yeah. I'll say this too, man. This is just gonna be just a hard fire take, and we're gonna bring in King Country in a second. I'm gonna drop the link in, so anybody want to talk. I just want to get my panel out first. Something tells me, man. Well, let me not say that. I just wonder if they're gonna
say it.
No, man. I just wonder if this is gonna be a Gus deal, because if you fire Freeze, man, it's obvious he's built a roster. Everybody on this panel agrees, man, we have the talent to compete.
Yep.
In this day and age, man, you don't want to blow it up because you don't want to lose all of the talent. The defense is intact. We kind of disagree.
I don't care about that. I don't care about
feel
that.
what I'm saying, but bro, in this day of age of what we have in NIL and losing these players, man, you've built like going on 3 years of building this roster. The roster is intact. What I'm saying is we don't need to go into the wilderness. And my take is, I don't know if they're gonna fire Freeze more so than they might say, man, fire everybody on the offensive staff and bring in, and we're gonna choose a player, offensive coordinator, or we're gonna force your hand, stop play calling, and let Derek Nix just do it.
Nah, this you
follow what I'm saying?
I don't. This is the reason why I did. This is the reason why I disagree.
It's gonna look even worse.
This is the reason why I disagree.
Okay.
This is the reason why I disagree.
Okay.
Because there's something called a transfer portal. There's talent in the transfer portal. We have seen teams legitimately turn around seasons in a year from going out in the transfer portal. You see what Mississippi State doing on the defensive side of the ball. Mississippi State, Ole Miss, the same thing. You see what Texas A&M did. You see what Tennessee did at some point in time. Teams. If the transfer portal was not a thing, if it was not relevant like it is, I would agree with you wholeheartedly. But because there are over 3,000 people in the transfer portal that's trying to get to a better situation where they can get a better look. I just feel as if coaches took time to actually evaluate talent and see what fits their system, you wouldn't have a problem. So no, I disagree with that. If Hugh Freeze was fired, you're gonna lose talent regardless anyway. That's just gonna happen. It's gonna be a natural attrition of people that leave anyway. But you still gonna have some people that stay. I understand that, but there's still talented people out there in the transfer portal that still want to come to Auburn, depending on who you hire as the coach. So yeah, I can't subscribe to that thought just because the transfer portal is just very, very is a very big factor in that conversation.
Cash,
Not only
go ahead, Bubba. Okay, Bubba, go.
Not only that, if you hang on to Freeze, you're still going to have the same problems.
Yes.
So yes, this roster, if you could keep this specific roster and transport whoever you hire as head coach, Summerall or whoever you bring in,
Marcus Freeman,
that's obviously the ideal situation, but it's kind of just, you have to rip the Band-Aid off because it's the same issues consistently and it's at the top. So if you're going to, even if you fire the entire offensive staff and you maintain and keep Freeze, the whole idea of bringing in Hugh Freeze was he's an elite recruiter and he is an offensive visionary. So if you fire the entire offensive staff, I don't think the offensive staff in total is the issue. The main issue is the guy at the top, and the system he's running is not completely fundamentally sound, and he's going to be still the guy running practices, right? He's going to still be overseeing.
In this scenario, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they make him hire offensive coordinator, bring in his staff, and let him run the offense and tell Freeze to go recruit. And I said this after the show, is like, just deny his access to the offensive room. Like his little card, when he try to go in the offensive room, it don't work. You feel? That's what I'm in that scenario.
Access
is what
denied.
I'm saying. Yeah,
access denied.
Access denied. Exactly. So yeah, Bubba, and I'm gonna let you finish, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying do a Gus and you hire somebody and you still meddling in the play calling and doing. I know I'm saying you hire offensive coordinator and he runs the practice just like the defense coordinator does. It's just you hire somebody and take your hands off. But go ahead, Bubba.
Okay, so what's the difference in that scenario and getting a new top guy entirely? Because that's
my point. Yeah. That's my point. That's my point as well.
This offensive roster bought into his system. Cam Coleman bought into his system. Perry Thompson, Jeremiah Cobb, Jackson Arnold, the entire offensive line came to Auburn for number one, they got paid. They got really, really paid. And number two, they know that they could play well in this system. So what offensive mind is going to leave their current situation, come here with personnel that maybe doesn't fit their system? Because if whoever you hire, whether it's Buster Faulkner, all right, he's a pro style guy, a modernized college version of a pro style guy. Jackson Arnold doesn't fit that system. Cam Coleman doesn't really fit that system.
Man, I would argue differently with that, man.
What do you mean?
With Buster Faulkner, I would kind of, argue with that. But go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. My pitch is you let Freeze go. Auburn and Florida will be the top two jobs available. You go out and you hire John Summerall. He's a great recruiter. He's a great developer of talent. You bring in that guy, or maybe you go and you grab Lashley or whoever is the top guy on your board. You bring them in, you deal with the loss of talent because they are proven head coaches. They can bring in their own talent and you move forward that way. That's a much more stable idea to me than keeping Freeze and just locking him out the room, which is a hilarious idea. And I think that'd be a great idea for a TV show.
I think we're not shooting high for the stars. I don't think we're shooting high enough.
If I'm the AD, if this is just pretend this is AD Tez right now at Auburn,
you need to be going after Marcus Freeman.
No, I will first. I don't know if I could get Marcus.
No. See, hold up.
No, listen. Hear me out.
Before you go into, okay, go ahead.
Let me finish though. But right now, was this Monday? I'd be firing Hugh Freeze like, and I don't mean waiting to the end of the season. I mean Arkansas Sam Pittman style, firing Hugh Freeze right now. Why do I say that?
Agree.
Why do I say that? It's because sure you get a 30-day window of transfer portal kids. That attrition is going to be much higher at the end of the season while the season's not going on.
Yep.
These kids do want to play football. So I think the best way to retain your roster, ironically, is to just let them go right now. And I say that because I don't want to give them time for this Georgia game. Like, y'all, I know everybody think I'm crazy, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to give him time to win a big game and pull the wool over our eyes like
Billy
we've
Napier
always,
style.
like,
Exactly.
yeah, like it's always been done, right? No, we see that he's incompetent, right? Let him go right now. The second reason why I say that is because I'm gonna say something positive about Auburn. I have a lot of faith in the stuff that Auburn University as Auburn University as a destination. Like, the city is still the city. It still gives those home vibes. It's still the best athletic facility in the SEC almost. And it's just a great place. Like I said, we always say when a recruit comes to Auburn, they never want to leave. That's still going to exist. When we have proven as a school, just think about what I'm about to say. As a school, when we have been at our lowest in talent, it's never been after a coach is fired. It's been after a coach stayed too long.
Yep.
Look at what Gus Malzahn left Brian Harsin with.
Yep. Good point.
From a
Great
recruiting
point.
standpoint, like,
Great point. That's a great
the longer it's more detrimental to keep Hugh Freeze alone.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
And then now kids are looking at this guy down here can't win. We don't want to go to school down there.
That's a great point.
That's going to hurt our program a lot more than just letting the dude go today. To be honest with you.
That is a great point, Tez. That is a great, because the reason why that's a great point, because it kind of goes into what I was going to say and why I keep saying you need to get, even if it's not Marcus Freeman, and a lot of people feel like that.
I get what you're saying though. Like, we got to get to the point where we just like, and we can get a coach. Like, we can go after Marcus Freeman.
Here's what I'm saying. When you look at, and I'm gonna use the school in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Okay. When you look at what Alabama did before Nick Saban, correct? At Gene Stallings, that was the last national championship they had. From Gene Stallings up to Nick Saban, they were just kind of a middling team, just out here, just trying to see what's going on. Nothing consistent, nothing like that for real, or anything of that nature. Nothing really consistent. Is it gonna take Auburn to get to that point to where we're going through 2, 3, 4 head coaches before you're forced as a school and as an athletic department to be like, all right, we got to do everything we need to do to go get somebody that can actually make us relevant again? Because what you're doing right now is you're teetering on being irrelevant. Because here's the reason why. Because this loss, we just look at the Texas A&M game, correct? But you have to look at this loss and see how it affects everything else around the program. You sit here and you got a guy in Jace Matthew that's committed, a 5-star guy, top receiver in the class, right? You go out and you had Cam Coleman, you had Perry Thompson, you had all these guys in that 24 class. Cam Coleman was 4 of 18 yesterday. This man does not even have 250, 300 yards receiving on the season. So how are you as a coach going to tell somebody like Jace Matthews or a guy like Cedarian Morgan, who you're still trying to flip, maybe even a Tristan Keys, that you can come here to this school and I have a plan of getting you to football when you can't even get the football to the the best player on your team right now?
Yep.
That's a problem. That is a problem. You are showing recruits that I'm just all talk. There's no plan for me to actually make you better, to make you more marketable to the next level. That's literally what you're showing. So and what you told us and what you told the whole Auburn family, whole Auburn faithful, everybody that cheers for Auburn in your press conference was, when I get to programs, we turn programs around quickly, is what you said. And I'm paraphrasing that. So far, you ain't turned nothing around here, my guy. You have shown to be an incompetent. You have shown to be incompetent, and your promises have been empty, is what they have been to these guys, to these recruits. So if I'm a Jace Matthews, I literally have to look at this from a business perspective and be like, is this the best opportunity for me to go and be able to market myself for the next level and be able to win? Because you haven't shown that either as a coach. So we are teetering on the island of being irrelevant because it's going to affect recruits not wanting to even look at Auburn, to come to Auburn to be able to help the team win. Well, now let me say this. Let me say not just recruits, but elite recruits. We look at it now. We look at it right now, and we talk about this blue chip ratio thing. I think we rank number 12, number 11 in the country or something like that in blue chip ratio. If this keeps happening, we ain't gonna be nowhere near the list. We ain't gonna have an opportunity. So it's the reason why. And look, I'm never an advocate for a man losing his job because you always got to be able to take care of your family. You always got to. No, I'm never an advocate of that because you got to be able to take care of your family. But at some point in time, man, your actions got to match. Your actions got to match the words that you said that you was gonna do. And so far in year 3, everything that you have said, you have not done. And as a fan who's been here longer than you, because I've been rooting for this team since I was 8 years old, I demand more. I have spent my money to go to games. I don't go to them now because I be in the locker room watching it with y'all, entertaining y'all and stuff like that. But the thing is, man, like, man, it's if it doesn't happen soon, what you're seeing is you're just seeing a continuation before it gets to the point to where you're gonna be like Alabama. You're gonna have a coach who may want to take that next step and do that, but another school is gonna scoop them up, and then next thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna be able to just get the next up and coming guy, and you're gonna be waiting again instead of going out and getting a guy who has recent relevant success that is a splash name hire, Marcus Freeman, that has shown you wherever he's been that he is a winner and that can produce. When he was the defensive coordinator at Cincinnati, when he was the defensive coordinator at Notre Dame didn't hesitate to make that man the head coach as soon as Brian Kelly left. I think it happened literally like the next day or two, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So my thing is, man, it's that there is sometimes as a fan base, you got to be able to just demand more from your program, because what you got to understand is, me and Tez looked at this. We looked at the numbers at one point in time. Y'all paying for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, that's alarming.
Fans, we are paying. Fans that go to these games, students that getting students fees taken. You are paying for a lot of it. Donors do contribute. Don't get it twisted. They do get distributions from conferences and stuff like that. But y'all paying for this, and the prices keep going up. But guess what? You still gonna show up at the stadium every year, and with this guy as the head coach, and you expecting something to change? Nah, man. Like, stop. At some point in time, bro, you got to be like, man, we need better. We need better.
I agree.
If this the team that I'm cheering for, if this the team that I choose to cheer for, if this the team that I choose to support, and then financially put my money behind by buying a ticket, buying merchandise, doing all of this, doing all of that, but this is the result I'm getting on the field, man, get out of here, bro. So Auburn needs to do is Auburn needs to go out before they get to before it becomes irrelevant. Before you become an irrelevant school, and then guess what? When you become irrelevant, you're gonna still have to pay a tax anyway to go get a splash higher coach. They always say it's the same thing in the NBA. It's always better to get a guy before his deal is over with, to get an extension done before his deal is done, and then now you got to negotiate with him when he is a free agent, and you got to negotiate against other schools. Man, Auburn, man, I'm telling you, bro, right now, if you don't do it, if you do not do it. And I'm being so serious right here. If you do not do it, and I know people, I see you saying Marcus Freeman. It doesn't have to be Marcus Freeman. That's just the guy I want.
Yeah, I think the bigger point that he's trying to make is like, we can't be afraid to go after a big name coach because we don't feel like we can get him. We got to get out of that. You know what I mean?
And if Auburn does not do that now, if you don't go out and go make a splash hire of a guy that has recent relevant success of being in the college football playoff, having a team that has been disciplined, a team that what you want to do, run the ball. That's what he's gonna do anyway on the offensive side of the ball, run the ball. Look at Jeremiah Love. If you don't go out and go do that and go get a guy that has those qualities, man, Auburn, you're gonna be irrelevant. And then it's gonna take a long time before you even get back to the point where you are in the island of relevancy. And I'm just telling you, man, and that's not a fun place to be. I'm just telling you, we'll just be sitting on the sidelines looking like, can we get in? Can we get in there?
Like I said, though, Nick, I don't even think I think it's a bigger problem than just Hugh Freeze and find, like, even if we find, like, at this point, even if we find that coach in the sky that everybody wants us to have, I just don't think that we put things in place for them to be successful. I just don't have the confidence. One of the most things that when Nick showed me this list, it's a list, and it shows, like, it breaks down the finances of athletic programs. And then, like, one of the things that stuck out to me was, like, how much Auburn spent on athletic facilities. And then, of course, we know that Auburn spent a lot of money on athletic facilities. But then we started to look at other schools, and you started to notice, like, the better schools aren't spending a ton of money on athletics facilities at all.
Not at all.
Georgia's at the bottom of the list. Alabama's near the bottom of the list. Like, the schools that have been dominant, they don't care about flashy signs and in massage chairs in the locker room and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I just think that as a whole, whoever is making the decisions around athletics at Auburn, just is not doing a good job. Just put it to you like that. It's just not. It's not. And it doesn't matter. Like, even if we get Marcus Freeman, I'm still confident that maybe he'll have a splash season like a Gus, right? You get a championship season, everybody's happy. But then after that, 8-5, 7-6, and then we're sitting here saying, "Man, Marcus Freeman was great at Notre Dame. Why he don't work at Auburn?"
So basically what you're saying is there is I just want to make sure I'm understanding, because I know what you're saying, but I just want to make sure that the chat understand what you're saying. You saying there's an administrative issue that needs to be taken care of at Auburn.
I think so. And it's embedded. Like, once you get something, how can I say this? Like, once something if you know, like, your job, for example, right, in your office, like, once a mentality infests your office, right, you can change the players out all you want to.
Yeah.
Right. Until it's a complete rehaul from boss on down, that's still gonna be there, right? People still gonna show up late. People still gonna, take breaks in the break room on their phone and stuff like that. Once that sets in, like, it takes a lot to get it out. And we just think that we just gonna get a new coach and he gonna come in and just save us. And it's just like, nah, man, we got a culture problem here at Auburn that we gotta fix before we can just, like, you know what I'm saying? Would you want the job? I mean, I know you want the job because of the money in the school, but I'm like, if you really thinking about being successful, you gotta think, like, these coaches ain't that bad, bro. As much as we talk about Hugh Freeze has won at other places. Gus Malzahn has had success at other places. Brian Harsin was a winner at other places. When these players leave Auburn, they go and be great at other places.
Shout out to D. McCray. We on the same frequency, D. McCray. Shout out to you.
At some point, we got to start blaming the place, right? I know that's a tough conversation. I know we got our orange and blue. We don't want to say that, but I'm saying, like, at some point, we have to look at the place.
Yep.
We got to look at the place.
Yep.
I mean, I hate to say it. My daughter's a student down there right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I hate to be saying this, but, like, man, the common denominator is the building. All the parts have been interchanged. We've had new athletic directors. We've had new coaches. The players have moved here and there, right? For the last 20 years, 8-5, 7-6. Why is he doing that? Offensive genius, can't move the ball. Same story. Get a defensive coach in there. He's supposed to say today, we want him to be the coach. He leaves because it's a better job. Like it's at some point you got to start blaming the building, the culture in the building. You can't just. I mean, listen. Like I said, man, we can go out and hire John Gruden, whatever. It doesn't matter until that place is scrubbed clean from the bottom up and start anew. Man, those problems are still going to exist.
Or you get to the point, that Alabama was at, to where you was just desperate to have somebody come in and be.
But they change it around. Had to give him the keys to the whole building, and he ended up scrubbing the place clean.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. And if Auburn does not go ahead and figure that part out, we gonna be in the same situation for the next couple of years, and we can sit here and prognosticate as much as we want to about what the talent looks like on paper and what they should do, but nah, man, because there's no way possible when you look at this game yesterday that Auburn should not have just had one offensive touchdown in this game, that the offense couldn't move the ball based on what we saw. I'm just being honest. There's no way possible. Because everything else tells us that this Auburn team should be able to average 450, 480 yards a game. Is what that tells us. That's what the talent tells us at Auburn. But for some reason, when it comes down to playing ball and doing it, for some reason, we just forget. It's almost like we forgot how to do it. It's almost like we forgot. It's almost like whatever you practice during the week, you forgot how to do that. You forgot how to do that really good. So I mean, I don't know, man. I just sit here and I just wonder back. I just wonder and just be like, man, like, what is it, bro? And I ask the question, and I just be like, what is it that needs to happen in order for Auburn to get into that conversation of sustained success and not just be happy about one season and then live off that one season for 15 years or 12 years or 13 years, but have sustained success across the board? I don't know.
Hey, we headed toward 150 in the chat, man. Hit the like button, and maybe King Country can make y'all hit the like button. Elwood, what's going on? You can turn your camera back up, man. I was trying to see if you could turn it and get that. It'll, you know how the aspect ratio will flip and it'll go widescreen. This is not working. Just got it locked. Cool. Elwood, what you got, man? And we're gonna get to some comments, man.
Man, y'all can hear me, man.
We hear you good, Elwood.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Go ahead.
Hey, I just been sitting back listening to y'all. All y'all had some good points, but I'm gonna start out like this. Shout out to Brent Venables. You beat Auburn 2 times. Hugh Freeze didn't game plan for Texas A&M. It's obvious. Hugh Freeze so hell bent on, man, this offense gonna work. I don't care what they say. Jackson's gonna be a great quarterback. I don't care what they say. He ran the same damn game plan he ran against Oklahoma. But guess what? Texas A&M defense played it completely different. He thought last year we had Cam Coleman on all them one-on-one. No, we not gonna play you one-on-one, Cam. We gonna W. So you went into this game with the same game plan. We gonna go deep. We trying to go deep every other play, but they had that covered. You couldn't go deep. The fact is you chose not to run the ball against a team. This is how I know he didn't game plan. Texas A&M struggled to stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even attempt to give your backs the ball the whole game. 8 carries, I think it was, between your 2 backs.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for 3 years. It's bad coaching on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to go a little further. The whole scheme is trash. I know they say, well, everybody run the RPO. Yes, they do. But people have different flavors that they have integrated into it. At one point, Elton ran about a 4'5" at 270 pounds and could dunk a basketball in it any kind of way could wanted to. But that was 20 years ago. I'm a has-been. This offense is a has-been. You don't see no flavor. Everybody else you watch college football, they got routes, crossing routes, slant routes. This is the man. It's 7, 8 high school offenses that look better than what we doing right now. And I hate to say this. I'm just gonna tell the truth. If you ask me about Hugh Freeze and the fine, whether you find him or not, that's up to y'all. But he should have never been hired in the get-go. Why did we hire him? Why? What had he won to even attract him to a place like Auburn when we was in desperation for a great coach? You should have left him at Liberty. He didn't win nothing at Ole Miss. He beat Alabama. Whoop-de-doo. He beat Alabama. Whoop-de-doo. He did that. What else did he win? The guy didn't accomplish nothing. He did the same thing that he's doing now. He has a track record of losing games even when he has the better team. So I'm not concerned whether you fire him or you. Hell, he should have never been there. That's the point I want to make. We was desperate for a coach. Desperate. Everybody complained about Gus Malzahn. Hell, at least you had winning season with him. You don't know how to use the talent. You bring all this talent in, but then you go to the portal, over-recruit the high school talent. Why? Because you can't develop. You didn't need an Eric Singleton. Malcolm Simmons and Eric Singleton the same damn player. You could have everything you done with Singleton, you could have did with Malcolm Simmons.
It's true.
But you can't develop. You can't. Hugh Freeze, Jake Thornton, Derek Nix, even though it ain't on you, Nix, but you casualty of war. Ben Algamau, Kent Austin, Xavier Chaplin, and Jackson Arnold. I got tickets for all of y'all to get out of Auburn tonight. Bye. I've seen enough. I got a quarterback who won't throw the ball, an offensive line who they may protect or they may not protect, the offensive coordinator that ain't putting nobody in a good situation. Man, it's trash. It's too much money that's been invested. I'm tired of Auburn fans. If we find we gonna, man, hell, you gonna lose everybody anyway. So guess what? These guys like Ken Coleman is not finna stick around with NFL type futures. Why would I let my child stay there and play up under freeze if the only way you can use them is to stop and go? Why? You can go to LSU. You can go to Ole Miss. Get with somebody that gonna use you the way that you. If all of them had any sense, they'd be trying to get out this offense. If they had any sense, they're not gonna stay no way. You're gonna eventually have to pull the plug. So, like my favorite candy growing up, now later. Now later. Do you want to do it now? Or do you want to do it later? Because it's gonna eventually. He's a lame coach walking. We just seen this. After last night, it was a segment of the fan base I could say that been had it back. I seen them turn on him last night. And we all know how this move is gonna play out, man. Now, shout out to the defense. You playing your hearts out. Keep playing. The thing is, everything's still on the table. Every game that we in, my defense is gonna keep me in. But what do I get out of my offense? After the game plan yesterday, that was if that was anywhere else, NFL, college, somebody would have got fired today. You go 0 for on third down,
0 for
an
13.
offensive coordinator anywhere, somebody getting fired, man. And that's just the truth. But I ain't calling for him to get fired. I suggested back last November. It was me, Cole Kingston, Jason Caldwell, Christian Clemente at the Southside football game. I told them, I said, man, I think Auburn need to start back to being Auburn and Mellon. I think they need to force Hugh Freeze hand and make him high offensive coordinator. Jason Caldwell said, no, we bought him here as an offensive guru. Let him call his offense. I said, well, he'll be fired after next year if we take that approach. It's just not working, guys. It's not worked for 3 years. You done lost too many games that you should have won. This ain't nothing new. Your defense been playing their hearts out for 3 years. You can go back to Ron Robert defense. It was the same way. It was games that this game ain't no different from the first game when you went to Texas A&M with Peyton Thorne. That was them the two worst games I believe I ever watched as an Auburn fan, because both of those games is terrible. I'm not here to say fire Hugh Freeze, but at this point, we have to realize, what do we want to be as a program? Who do we want to be as a program?
Exactly.
I don't care about folks leaving. I look at Auburn. I want Auburn. You like me. You should be a real player type dude, man. I don't care call no woman leave. I'm a player type dude. I go get a nudge just to find at that one. So that's the mentality Auburn should have. We don't care nothing about who leaving. Bye.
It's true.
If you want to leave, go ahead and go on where you want to go. You see what I'm saying? But I'm Auburn. I'm gonna go get me a coach that can coach football. And the thing that I'm saying, ain't nobody bothering Hugh Freeze, dog. The booster let him do his thing. Ain't nobody bothering him.
They love him.
Ain't nobody bothering him. So we can't put this on the administration this time. This one time where they stand out the way. Because guess what? When he want a player, the money is there.
Yep.
Guess what? They done gave him everything that he wanted. So you can't put this on them now. When your only problem is you can't move the football. And who's problem in that? The offensive coordinator. And who is that? Your head coach. Because Darren Nix ain't calling no plays. You probably would be better off if you turn your play calling over to Darren Nix. How I know he not calling no play, Darren Nix been up under Lane Kiffin. You don't see none of the Lane Kiffin Ole Miss influence into this offense. That father let me know that he ain't got no input in his offense for real. He just running what he always ran with Hugh. You probably be better off if you leave him alone and just let him call plays. Because what you got now ain't working. And there's no need to throw Deuce Knight to the fire. You gonna ruin him too. This offense here gonna ruin quarterback. Ain't no need to throwing Deuce to the fire behind a line that can't block, behind a coach who can't call plays. No, don't do him that way either. Anybody put Ashton Daniels in there. He done had playing time. He got experience. That might be the guy you need to roll with. I'm gonna say do for the next coach that could come in with offense. Because if you find him and hire Durkin as your interim head coach, you'll save a lot of these players. So guess what? These guys at practice, they know who coaching and who ain't. So even though they see, like G been telling you for 2 years how different the defense practice ran versus the offense practice. I have to give him credit. Mike G been saying it for the last 3 years. He just don't like Hugh Freeze. Well, the man trying to tell you. But no, Auburn fans don't like that. They don't like to hear it. They don't like to hear it. Once you say something like that, then you can consider to be talking negative. No, he shouldn't have been fired from day one. Day one, you had Deion Sanders out here. I want to say something, but I'm gonna say this on my podcast. I don't want to say this on y'all podcast. And what I really want to say, I'm not gonna say. You had Cadillac Williams out there. You had Deion Sanders out there, but no, you didn't even make an attempt to even interview Deion. Why? Because you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted.
Apparently, a phone call was made, but that's all.
Yeah, I think they got in touch.
Yeah.
Now,
they didn't go through with it though.
That's just to touch bases. That wasn't no serious interest.
Yeah,
it wasn't
it was literally just a phone call made.
That's just to say we reached out. That's just to say that we did. If you were really interested, guess what? He would have been there. But my cousin, God rest his soul, he died last year. He was a loyal Auburn fan, me and him. But when Hugh Freeze was hired, he told me something. He said, man, it just proved to me Auburn not serious about their football program. I said, why you say that? He said, because they're going to be firing him in 3 years. He's not a good coach. So I said, man, look what he did. He said, what have he done? He said, bro, trust me. Hugh Freeze ain't what people think he is. Y'all going to be getting rid of him too. And then the guy literally was a lifelong Auburn fan and throwed all his Auburn gear away. Stopped even believing in him after that hire. And it hurt my feelings. But now, looking back at it, God rest his soul, exactly what he said, it happened just like he said. He called it. He said the offense was trash. He can't develop players. There's a lot of people out there that would crawl on nails to come to Auburn. Guess what? At least if you come here, if you don't succeed, you're going to get paid. You're going to get a buyout. They'll come to Auburn. We just picking the right. John Coleman need to go. Excuse my language. You take him, he the one who hired him. You tell me if we want to win, the best hire we could go make was Hugh Freeze. I was on Feinbaum, and I told Paul, I don't want Lane Kiffin or I don't want Hugh Freeze. Neither one of them. But After they hired him, I said, well, he here. I got to support my team, but man, we ain't going nowhere with him. Y'all can all see it. Hey, stop fooling yourself. Stop tricking yourself. Like it's deeper than just play calling. It's deeper than that. He ain't got no. You don't see no leadership on the offense side. Who your leader?
Exactly.
Who you looking at time when time tough? Who the team looking at?
I
Last week,
don't know if that's a compliment or a slight, Marcus, because I think we'll win 7 games if I was there.
You talk about a comment.
Yeah, we just
I think-
you let me call it.
Auburn literally got you talking sideways, bro.
Listen, we would go to a bowl game if I was there. Believe me.
last week,
There's
with 5 minutes left in that game, Hugh Freeze had called a pretty good game up until that call didn't go his way, and he went with his hands on his head. He turned into Coach Klein.
Surely did.
And once he turned into Coach Klein, it's hard for him to get back out of that mode. He was still Coach Klein this week. He called him out for game. Outside of Jackson not execute, last week game plan wasn't as bad. But he turned into Coach Klein. That last drive, he didn't know what to do. You had 2 drives with the game on the line yesterday, didn't know what to do. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, you passed the ball. Oh, man. How long? How long should you mourn, man?
Okay, and maybe that was a hot button question because y'all like firing off the.
No. I don't think it's a hot button question. I think
it is because the chat is kind of split half and half on it.
I think
you got people saying fire him, then you got people saying keep him as a coach and a recruiter and hire offensive coordinator. I think you got people split on it.
I think this is just a tipping point of what a lot of people saw coming. They just didn't want to. Yesterday's game was the tipping point to what we have in today. You know, I feel like a lot of people felt the way that is being expressed now on a lot of shows. I think a lot of people felt that way for the longest, but there was always something that was said to make you be like, well, yeah, he got a point. Let's see what happened. You know, let's see what happened. But now there is nothing, there is no, excuse you can give now because you got rid of Phillip Montgomery. You got rid of Ron Roberts. Cardell Williams is gone. You told us the first year that you didn't have the talent. Okay, you go sign 2 top 10 classes. You told us, then you double down on Peyton Thorne. Okay, you went out and got Jackson Arnold in the 4th day of the portal last year. You went out and got the number 1 offensive tackle that was in the portal. You went out and got the number 1 receiver that was in the portal. You went out and basically upgraded everybody on the defense side of the ball, and we not even this is the funny part about it. This is the funny part about it. We're not even talking about the defensive side of the ball. Everything we're talking about is on the offense side of the ball. So the thing is, what excuse can we give Hugh Freeze now to where we can be like, oh, okay, that makes sense? There is none.
So, like, that's part of the problem, though, right? Like, I know we're saying that, okay, we can't blame the administration because they gave him all the resources, which they did. But that's the problem. Look, why did you give him all the resources and he hasn't proven anything at Auburn to deserve that? You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, I get it. Like, I know he shouldn't have. We can sit here now and say he shouldn't have been hired, but good coaches are hard to find. The same things that we're saying about Hugh Freeze, what have they done? You can look down the SEC, and I guarantee you'll find 10 other coaches that you can ask the same thing about. But they're doing well. It becomes not a Hugh Freeze problem. I'm telling you guys, it becomes how is Auburn University handling these situations? There's no discipline. There's no respect for a coach at all. When's the last time we had a coach that there was like respect for? Harsin tried to demand respect. They didn't like that. They got his ass up out of there. Like, so like we know they didn't respect Gus because we just know they kept having issues. They don't respect Hugh Freeze, don't look like. And it's just like we just want to pick another big name coach to throw in here so he could be disrespected in this program, and we can be having this same conversation, and people can be saying, we knew we shouldn't have hired him, we should have hired somebody else. Like, it's just gonna keep going. If Hugh Freeze was at Arkansas right now, I guarantee he'd be having a better season than he had these last 3 years at Auburn.
The problem with the coaching searches and all that, Ted, I agree with you. But you know what the problem is? And I'm gonna say this. Most SEC school head coaching job only open to one demographic of people.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a whole topic in itself.
So, you got guys like Fran Brown up in Syracuse showing it, man. It's some damn good African-American coaches. But places like Auburn, bro, we not even considered. I hate to say it, but don't nobody like to hear the truth. God showed you. God sent you what you needed in Cadillac Williams. Forget the incident. That happened afterward. Let's go back to this moment before all of that happened. When they beat Texas A&M in Georgia, in Auburn that night, God showed you right then. I sent y'all prodigal son back. Yeah, he made a mistake. Everybody, the one you got now made a mistake. Every coach had made mistakes. Not every coach, every human had made mistakes. So who am I to look on what a man did? You had a guy that bled orange and blue. Bled it. All you had to do was put the money around him in the proper resources. Get the right defense coordinator, get the right offense coordinator. Open your checkbook up to him. But he would have been a leader of your program. Right now, you don't have a leader of your program. It's more than just a leader on the field. He's not the leader of your program. Don't nobody looking at him as the leader. Not when the defense shutting people out and you can't score points. Don't nobody look at him as the leader, man. So what direction? Where is he going to lead you to? Everybody can get on and talk a good game. I can get on the press conference and tell you this and that. But I've been saying, you've been pissing on folks' head and telling them it's raining. And now everybody's eyes is open. Everybody's eyes is open. So,
man,
everybody see what it is. Everybody see who the problem is now.
Just to be honest, man, I don't even think, like, Cadillac, by him not having experience as a coach, like, I think that this situation at Auburn, we probably did him a favor by not hiring him. We probably did him a favor by not hiring him, because we've been saying the same thing about him, and it's been like, well, you should have went out and got an experienced coach.
You've been better off
because they didn't want
that experience. We put folks in the White House that ain't had no experience in politics.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like he didn't deserve it. I'm just saying like you almost throwing him to the fire. Like I wouldn't even. Trust me. He probably looking back at this right now and thinking
he would have succeeded. He would have succeeded.
Him and his wife are probably looking back at what's happening right now at Auburn University and thanking themselves that they did not get that job.
Okay, let me ask this.
That's
guys.
what I'm looking.
Let me ask
what
this.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna ask this, and I kind of lean toward it, and I'm gonna push back on everybody on the panel. I don't agree with Hugh Freeze getting fired. I think they need to just deal with the offensive coordinator. That's my stand. As far as this concerned, this is my question: Is Auburn really overreacting? Are we as Auburn fans really overreacting? If he run out this season and win 8 games, if he say he lose to Georgia next week and then he lose to Alabama at the end of the year, that's an 8-game season. Then he win a bowl game. That's 9-game season. That's what everybody predicted.
But
that's how we got here.
No, hold up. Listen to what I'm saying. If we lose to Georgia and Alabama at the end of the year, that's an 8-game season. That's what everybody predicted. If he go to a bowl game and win 9 games, that's what everybody predicted, a 9-win season. If you look at it that way, man, this is a gross overreaction.
Let me ask you this question, DC.
Because that's what we thought before the season. Now we're in the season and we're shifting gears because we lost 2 games, saying fire the coach. And I think it's an overreaction, in my opinion.
Let me ask you this question, DC.
Go for it.
Let me ask you.
You're exactly right. But nobody predicted the offense to look like that.
I agree. Still,
with what's been invested and the talent that we got, you know what I mean? We'd expect it to be our offense can't score but 10 points now in our prediction.
I agree. That's not what
but
we
that's-
expected.
so
but neither
DC
did we expect the defense to be lights out either. Those are
DC,
things
that's
that change
how we-
and nuances of the season that come. But my question is, in this, are we really overreacting? And I think we are, because dude, we're not even letting the season play out. We're at 2 losses. And I know what it looks like. What we are in our conscious saying is, man, we about out of the playoffs, because everybody want to make the playoffs. But when you go back to your prediction, everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but most people predicted Auburn to win 7 or 8 games. 7, 8 games, and 9 would be great. If we do that, it would be right where everybody predicted.
Here's my question. My question.
Go ahead.
Here's my question. This is the question that I asked. This is the question that I asked at the beginning of the season. This is the question I asked at the beginning of the season. It's actually 2 parts. Would you be? I'm really asking this question because I really want to hear what your answer to this question is. I really want to get your thought. With the way that this team, with the talent on this team, and the way that this team is structured right now, first, is 8 wins good enough for you? First. Secondly, if he does win 8 games or 9 games this year, and then the next 2 to 3 seasons, we are a 6-7 win team for the next 2 to 3 seasons, will you look back at this moment and say Auburn should have made a change at that point in time? Because if you're telling me that you just want to take a look at the offensive side of the ball, knowing that if you just get rid of everybody on the offensive side of the ball, but you keeping the guy that you brought in to be an offensive guy, to move to get the offense, but you're telling him, but you're saying that you don't want him affiliated with the offensive side of the ball, knowing that he's gonna have an itch to try to get over there and make it happen because he's still the head coach. So if you're telling me, first, if we only win 8-9 games this season with the talent on this roster right now, how do you feel? Do you think this season is a success? And then if he comes back next year and he's the coach next year, and then the coach the year after that, and then the coach the year after that, and then now he's got an extension, and then he only goes 6, 7 wins the next 3 seasons. And then in a 2-year period, now you paying another big buyout to a coach because he underperformed. And we sit in the same situation where we can't go out and pay for a guy that can come in and do it at that point in time. What would you say then? And I'm really asking the question. I'm really asking you that question right now because I really want to understand. I really want to know your answer. Because as I stated earlier, I really think that you are seeing what you are seeing what the extent of what you're gonna get from this guy as the head coach. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe,
right.
and I predicted at the beginning of the season. I was like, the reason why I said we go 10-2 was because of the way the roster looked and the way the schedule set up. Is the reason why I said it. And I said, even if he goes 10-2, what's going to happen is he's going to get an extension. He's going to be mediocre for the next 2 to 3 years and things and stuff like that. And then guess what? You have to pay a bigger buyout. Is what you're going to end up having to do. So my question is, I'm just asking the question because this is more than likely how it's going to end up. It's going to end up playing out if that happens. If that happens, how do you feel about that? Like, well, I really want to know, how do you feel about that?
Of course, I wouldn't like it. Of course, I'll probably be like calling for, on a replacement. But what I'm saying is I'm bringing balance based on what everybody projected.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm not speaking in the future. I'm just speaking from where we are in this moment. For what everybody projected, we are where we thought we would be. Tez, what do you project? You said we would lose from Oklahoma to Oklahoma and Texas A&M. We are doing what you said we would do.
That's true.
So it's like I said in the beginning, and I changed my prediction because I saw the Oklahoma game. I predicted in the preseason us to win 8 games, and I projected us to lose to Texas A&M. They are doing what I thought they would do. So why am I now like my head exploding when they are doing what I said they would do?
Because here's why.
And trust me, bro, I'm frustrated as anybody. If you go back and look at the Tiger event last night, I didn't say much because I didn't have many words. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like I'm just as upset as everybody, but to look back on it, man, ain't nobody predicted the Auburn to go undefeated. Few people predicted Auburn to go 10-2 or something like that. But we all said 7 or 8 games, man.
Yeah, so the reason why people are feeling like that, DC, though, is because they watch the football game.
Okay.
And when you watch the football games, you see ineptitude on the side of the football that this coach that you're paying good money, that you're giving all these resources to, continuously puts on the field. That whole 8 games, if he wins 8 games in a bowl, is what got us here in the first place. If we being perfectly honest, that's what got us here. Gus Malzahn made us fall in love with 8 games. 8 games in the bowl. You know, we beat Alabama every now and then. We get to pump our chest and talk smack to them, but we go right back to mediocrity. You know, we went to that national championship that first year. I compare it to your first time gambling. If the first time gambling you ever gambled, in your first time you win big, oh, you hooked, you're an addict. You're never gonna stop gambling. That's what happened to us. You know, and what needs to be had is a bigger conversation. I'm trying to pull up this comment because it's from a troll in the chat. The tennis girl, whatever her name is, I don't know. She's been saying a lot of nonsense, but she made a comment that said that's the standard at Auburn. You're not Alabama. And as bad as that hurt, as bad as that hurt, it's the truth. We sitting here talking about 8 games. When Nick said we got to decide what type of program we want to be, this is what he's talking about. Do we want to be infatuated with 8 games in a bowl game, or do we want to have national championship aspirations? If we want to have national championship aspirations, we can't go out here being satisfied if a coach win 8 games. And it looked like trash. We limp our way to 8 games. Because guess what's going to happen the next year? 7, and then 6, and then 5, and then, you know, we paying a buyout. Extensions, buyouts, new coach, we get a new flashy name, new hire that everybody loves and agree with, and then the same thing start right back over again. Because we don't have the school and the fan base, we don't have those championship aspirations, right? We don't. Even in the last couple of years, we've been pretty modest. A lot of people saying that, like, oh man, we thought we was gonna win 10 games, 11 games this year. This has been the most modest I've seen this fan base in the last couple of years. Most people had 8 games. For the last 2 or 3 years, most people are predicting 8 games. You got people saying we could win 10, we could win 11. We have the talent to, but when you get official predictions from people, 8 games, 9 games, somewhere around there. You know what I mean? So, like, until we as a fan base and as the culture of Auburn start demanding more from this and not being satisfied with just making a bowl game, man, we gonna forever get this, and we gonna always be having these conversations.
Tez, I'm not, like I said, I'm the reason I have this channel is because I believe Auburn can be elite. I'm not saying
I know. I'm not. I ain't trying to say.
I'm not
but,
saying that I'm satisfied with 8 games. I was just addressing like where we are as far as assessing the program and what we all predicted. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm kind of questioning based on what we predicted. Are we overreacting based on what we predicted? That's you know what I'm saying.
But I think the people in the building are satisfied with 8 games.
I don't think we're overreacting. I don't think we're overreacting.
Go for it.
All right. Okay. Predicted 8 games. That I would counter between 8, 9, sometimes even 10, depending on what day it was. Probably crazy me for thinking like that. But here's my question to you now. What have you seen from this team that even leads you to believe they can get to 8 games? That's my concern.
Nothing. I'm nothing. But you see, that's not even my point at all. I said my question is my question isn't do I think we can get 8 games? That's not my question. My question is not do I think Auburn is an elite program and have problems on the back end? That's not my question. My question is, are we overreacting based on what we all predicted?
No. This is far from an overreaction. Because the team I saw Saturday, the team I saw Saturday ain't beating Missouri. We ain't beating Vandy. Hell, we probably ain't gonna beat Arkansas. I thought we would be an 8-win team that was a dangerous team. Not even close. Not even close.
Yeah, this is going to be the best bye week in the history of bye weeks.
It has to be. I agree with you, though. I agree with you. It has to be. I think I was one of the only people that actually said 10 wins this year in the Auburn space. I actually said Auburn should win 10 games because I just had an expectation that I thought Auburn should be able to live up to based on what I saw on paper and things, stuff like that. And the thing is, like, I just feel I look at it and I just be like, man, we just don't have there is the expectation that Auburn is low, especially when I look at what I'm reading and I look at what national pundits are saying, and then I look at it for myself and I'm saying, yeah, man, we should be a 9-10 win team. That's what the expectation should be, and that's what you should hold a team to be, and that's what you should hold the coaching staff to be. And that's what I did. I did that, you know, and things, stuff like that. And I literally was like, yeah, man, like, bro, like we cannot just be in the business of just saying we beat our rival. That's a great season.
Right.
Kobe Bryant say the best, man. We don't hang divisional banners, man. You know what I'm saying? We hang championship banners. But that's just something Auburn ain't done in a while, man. And then we live off of coaches. And I'm gonna say it too, man. We live off of coaches who are mediocre coaches who have for a extended period of time. We live off a season or a season or two that they had.
Yep.
And then we go back to that and just be like, oh man, look at what we did. So over an 8-9 year period, only 1 or 2 of those seasons were seasons that we can actually look back at and be like, oh man, we were proud of those seasons. But the rest of them, we was just 7-8 win team.
I get where everybody said 8 win, and you know, but to me, here are my thoughts about this. I just looking forward to be an 8 win team. I should have never fired Gus Malzahn.
That part. That part right there. If that's my part, and that's the whole thing. Like I'm just going the long way of saying it. Let me know what we are. If we are okay with just being a team that just want to win 7-8 games and then win 7 games and then get to a bowl game to win 8. All right, that tells me what my expectations are. That lets me know how I need to look at this team. But if you telling me by saying you adding all these national championships that you say that you want to claim, you doing all that, you adding all these SEC championships that you say you want to claim, you telling me that you want to be among the elite in college football. So that tells me that you want to go win some football games. But don't sit here and just be like, yeah, man, we just gonna win 7-8 games this year, and I think we on the right track.
I got another question for y'all.
I'm looking at the roster. I'm looking at the roster right now, and the roster telling me that you got a 69%, 65% blue chip ratio. That's telling me you should be in the playoff conversation or near it. That's a different expectation. That's what that's telling me. But I mean, maybe the expectations is just too much. I don't know.
On the record, I don't want Hugh fired. But is Hugh capable of hiring an offense coordinator and completely just staying out the way? Because I don't think he would be. Much like we saw that with us.
It's his culture, though, bro. As long as he is there, the culture still is going to be there. So you just setting the offensive coordinator up to be micromanaged and running the same plays up the back of the center, no creativity. Like, as long as he's there, he's still going to be able to dictate that, right? I want y'all to think about this. To the crowd that's saying, I mean, and I get it. To the crowd that's saying, like, we shouldn't fire a coach or whatever. I want y'all to think about Alabama. Now, we talk about them bad, right? And I have talked about them bad for this, what I'm about to say. From 2000 to like 2006 until Nick Saban got there, they went through 5 coaches, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because the expectation there is championship. We don't want mediocrity. Why are we giving these coaches even time to keep being mediocre? No, 2 years, that shit don't look right. Go home. Until we find somebody that can win football games and get us on the championship level. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta listen, like we gotta decide what type of program we gonna be. You know, do we want to win championships or do we not? Right? We can't Cam Newton our way to a championship every so years, couple years, and think that that's going to be enough. We can't read option our way with Nick Marshall to a championship every 5-8 years and think that's going to be enough with these bursts in the pan. Like, nah, if you want to be a championship caliber program, you have to expect that every single year. We're down here. Listen what we're doing. We're debating between Hugh Freeze and Gus Malzahn. Those are two mediocre coaches. And we sitting here having a debate on which one is better. That lets you know everything that he needs to know about our program. Do you think at Alabama they talk about Franchione and Mike Price? They don't even mention their name no more. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, we sitting here debating over mediocrity. Which one was the better 8-win coach? Like, come on, man. What do we want? Do we want to be mentioned with the greats? Do we want to be year in, year out championship contenders? Because that would feel great. Or do we just want to keep doing the same thing we keep doing? Honestly, I think that the powers that be are okay with it as long as everybody in the building is agreeable, long as the money's being made, long as they selling wood. They don't care for real about winning football games. Just beat Alabama and Georgia every now and then. They'll be fine. No. Get him up out of here. Hire somebody else. If he can't get it right in 2 years, get him up out of here. Hire somebody else. If he can't get it right in 2 years, get him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can stumble up on a good coach, because it's hard to find good coaches. It's not an exact science as everybody think it is. You just hire this guy because he had success here and such and such. We've seen that. We've seen that with our program. It doesn't work. You know what I mean? And so, like, man, like I said, it's what do we want as a program? What are we willing to accept? Man, we willing to accept 8 wins.
Bubba, what you got on that, man?
I completely agree. You know, I'm not the type to tiptoe around it. I'm not going to feel bad for a man for getting fired for not doing his job. And that's the way it looks right now with Hugh Freeze. I understand he's got to feed his family. He has $6 million coming this year to feed his family, plus a buyout. So I'm not about to feel bad for him. And I completely agree. You give him 2 years. If it's not looking like it's on the right track, you got to move on. 100%.
I mean, the same thing happens in corporate America. I'm just being real. It literally happens in corporate America. You get 3 years in corporate America. If there's no change in 3 years, they trying to find somebody else to take your spot.
But in football, man, it's like, dude, in football, man, you can be buried forever just like changing coaches, though. You know what I'm saying?
But it's incompetence.
Forever. And it's like, I would say this too, man. It's like, I don't think it's just black and white, because I don't think, just like we just name coaches that Auburn are trying to hire. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like they are not trying to hire good coaches. They tried to hire Brett Venables. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I don't know what the answer to why. Now, Brett said it was top-down continuity why he didn't take the job.
Yep.
Yeah, he did say that.
You know what I'm saying? He said why he wasn't saying like Auburn is just a trash program. He said it was top-down continuity. I didn't know who the boss was too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
James Franklin's wife said the same thing.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying? So
I'm just saying, just think about it. If you're an established coach and an up and comer, would you want this job? Man, I know we all say it's a great job, you know, because we would take it, but like there's some other schools out there knocking on the table. Like, why would you pick Auburn?
But there's a recency to it as well. I mean, historically, yeah, Auburn is one of the best jobs out there. You know, you top 15 in all-time wins. You're one of the only schools that has played. I mean, I don't say one of the only, but you're a handful of schools that has went to a national championship and played for a national championship within the past 15 years and things and stuff like that, especially in the SEC. So historically, yeah. But when we talk about recency,
everything you just said though, Nick, is the reason why we should just let him go. I'm not worried about the roster losing players, because we are a brand in college football, and like he said, he said earlier, man, you lose one girl, you can get another one.
But the thing is, man, there is a recency to it as well, and recently Auburn just hasn't been good. The program just the optics of the program have just been all over the place. It's been very discombobulated. It's been very convoluted. You don't know it. The narrative, like narratives drive a lot of things. A lot of things.
Right.
Narrative drives a lot of things, and the narrative is you don't know who's in charge at Auburn. That's the narrative. And think about it. Think about it from this way. If you were interviewing for a job, and you go into this business to interview for a job, and you're getting so many different and let's just say you know somebody that worked there before you get there, and they telling you everything that's going on there, and you listening to it, and you like, man, this doesn't sound like a great place to work.
Right.
You know, like when is it gonna happen to me? You know, it's the same thing. And until organizationally, when they just until they get in line organizationally, and everybody gets on the same foot about actually what they want to do and how they want to win games and what the standard is, because that was a question I had when Hugh Freeze was hired. What is the standard? What are those standards that Hugh Freeze has for the football program? I don't know. I still don't know what they are. You know, stuff like that. Until we understand that, man, we just gonna be we gonna be a 7-8 win team until we get that kind of continuity and that kind of standard and leadership there. So if that's what we're gonna be, just let me know, man. That's it.
Right.
That's all I want to know. I always want to know. Tell me what it is that we gonna be, so I know exactly what to expect and how to go forward and move forward with it. That's it. That's it.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's amazing, man, because I'm like going down the post and posting the chats as we're talking, and we are really like split.
Divided.
You know what I'm saying? We really like for real, like. Well, we're really split on this conversation.
Hold on real quick. I'm sorry, Lucille 8989. We're saying 8 wins because if you look over his head coaching record, when we compare the two guys,
about the average.
When we compare the two guys, I did the numbers. Gus was like an 8.1. Gus would average about 8.1 wins per year. Hugh Freeze was like 7.7. So if you average that out, that puts you right at about 8. If you round up if you know 0.5 and up, you round it up. Sure. So basically, these are 7.5, 8 win coaches that we saying. So that's the reason why we keep saying 8 wins. That's the reason.
Yeah, I get it. And I'm gonna drop the link, and you know, if anybody want to call in and say anything, you can. And we're gonna get out of here, man. See, it's like, yeah, it's just been an interesting show, man. Great point of view, great insight from everybody, man. Great opinions, man. That's all it is. Everybody just voicing their opinion. Everybody entitled to their opinion, man. Great opinion. So I'm gonna drop this, man, and then if you want to talk, we're gonna let you speak, and we're gonna get out of here, man. Just keep it brief if you can, so we can get out of here, man. They go to link in the chat. Click on it. Come in with your audio, no video, man, and we're gonna let you talk, and we're gonna talk with you, man. Felix says yes. Not with this team. 8 wins delays the inevitable. Overreacting. Who predicted Coleman, Singer, Simmons, Cobb, and Austin would be completely irrelevant? No, you owe your coach an apology because all of you was ready to fire him after FSU beat. Yeah, they were, man. Yeah, they overreacted too. Well, I ain't gonna say it. So I'm not saying we overreacted, but Alabama overreacted. That was supposed to be a dynamic offense. They created matchup nightmares. Defense like doing well against Auburn. Okay, we got the Rooster coming in. Want to say something? Let's see who else we got.
Hey, are y'all getting the feedback?
It's like echo.
Echo?
Yeah, we getting the feedback in my ear.
Feedback for somebody, Mike, maybe.
Hold on, I'll tell you. Hold on. Did it stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just probably outside.
Oh yeah. Man, I'm gonna get ready to jump out anyway, man.
Well, appreciate you coming in, bro.
I'll get with you.
All right. Shout out to Elwood, man.
Shout out to Elwood, man. Spoke nothing but fact.
All right, man. We're gonna bring in the Rooster, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Rooster.
What's happening, DC?
You, man.
What up, Nick? Tez, Bubba?
What's happening?
First off, I can't believe we're sitting here digging up bones talking about some Gus Malzahn. He was never going to make Auburn anything more than 8 wins and lose the bowl game unless it was the Birmingham Bowl. Let's just call that. That's part of the problem. I think Tez touched on it earlier. Malzahn made Auburn fans think that that was desirable to just, I've said it like this, to just be good enough that it mattered when we lost to Georgia and Alabama. That's as high as Gus Malzahn was going to take us. I will admit, as much as I called Hugh Freeze Gus 2.0, he's worse than Gus, bro. But there's no way you can logically say that we shouldn't have moved on from Gus Malzahn. It was just there was no true plan in place. And I agree with the coaches, top level coaches. I think I've said this before. The boardroom is what I call it. The Auburn boardroom. Until there are major changes inside that room, it's not really going to matter who they bring in. And however long ago it was, I pointed out the thing about Dion. He looked straight into that camera and said, "I'm listening." If they made a phone call, it was to keep up appearances. It was nothing serious. They were never going to bring him in. We all know that. However, and this is my main point. I don't understand, or one of two. I don't understand the folks that are saying don't fire Hugh Freeze, bring in an OC. What difference is that going to make? He's still the head coach. He's still the final say. So you could bring in the top OC that's fixing to change the world. I guarantee you, especially now, I guarantee you once he starts rolling, Hugh Freeze is going to cut his legs out from under him. Guarantee you will. And my second point, I don't really see how we can not fire him. It should have already been done. There is going to be more damage done to this program. And we watched this movie with Gus Malzahn. They hung on too long. And I don't ever remember Gus Malzahn being an elite recruiter. And I certainly don't ever remember him being to improve a player once they got there, develop. That's what I was looking for. That's what Auburn needs to really look for. Now, I know there's a lot of names being thrown around. I think one of the most important points is if they have no history in the South, that's a bad idea. The SEC is a different beast altogether. And if you have no experience coaching down here, it's just never going to work. But there's got to be a major change, because I agree with what you said, DC, about, hey, isn't this what most people predicted? And I want to make something I said so nobody gets it twisted. I want to make something I said totally clear. When I said 10-2, I was not predicting Auburn to go 10-2. I was demanding that this is what the bar is for you to keep your job. And I think everybody that is a regular around these parts, they'll verify that, yeah, I never moved off of 10-2, but I never expected a 10-2 season, and I didn't expect 8-4, but I also didn't expect it to look this bad, bro. The offense looks lost, and I'm one of the cats along with Travail. I've never liked Hugh Freeze as the hire. The moment he said we rebuild programs, I said out loud, what program did you rebuild? He beat Alabama once, right? And then twice. And then it was years later before he come rolling into Auburn. I can't explain why they hired him, because it never made sense to me. But Auburn got money. Look how many coaches we just now getting paid off that ain't coached at Auburn in 10 years. You feel me? So Auburn got money. But that instability at the top, like everybody's heard me say, the discipline, that's what's missing. I don't care. Even if it's your first year as a starter, you should know the offensive line. There's no excuse for the false starts, because you know the snap count. So there should never be a flag thrown on you for false start. It just shouldn't be. Now, I will admit I'm biased because I played on the line, and that's just the old school way of thinking. Like I said the other day, if the quarterback's holding the ball too long, block longer. But that has to be the mentality from top to down. You know, dude's whipping you, hit him harder. Quarterback holding on to the ball, block longer. That's got to be, and I think I've referenced, the the coaches that we're wanting to bring in that are top tier level coaches, that's how they think. Every game is the most important game. Every team is a world beater if we don't show up. And that's just, he's got to go, bro. There's no way around it because it is going to get worse. I'm going to go ahead and predict when we come out of this bye week, it's going to look worse than Texas A&M. I guarantee it. And I don't think it's overreacting because I've also pointed out I'm the only one that wasn't mad. I had Auburn losing the game, but I didn't have them losing it like that, bro. To me, it's worse to give away a game you should win than to get blown out. Because if you got blown out, you never had a chance. You wasn't supposed to be there. But when you're losing like this, bro, that something drastic has to happen because we are in a drastic situation. And that's just my thoughts on it. There should have already, but if they want to let the weekend go, okay, I get that. Monday morning, first thing, that needs to be what's announced. That we have moved on from Hugh Freeze, let Durkin have it because, you know, he's all, you know, I think he's respected around the board or around, you know, around the whole thing at Auburn. Pretty much everybody respects Durkin. And I don't see him taking it easy, but there's got to be something done. But even in doing that, you fire him now so you can go ahead and get a plan in place if you're not going to make Durkin the head coach. Because I guarantee you, if Hugh Freeze somehow beats Georgia or Alabama, they'll give him an extension. And I have said long before Hugh Freeze, if you told me that Auburn was going to lose the Iron Bowl and then go on to win the national championship, I'd say F the Iron Bowl. They don't hang banners for Iron Bowl. They got a trophy, but half the cats, I never even knew they had a trophy until it was on NCAA football, the game. There nobody care about the ODK, FOI, or whatever it's called, sportsmanship trophy. Nobody does. You want to be able to put that year up on the side of the stadium to say this is what we did that year. We were the best. And you're not going to get that by dragging your feet. You're just not.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at how you
What happened?
You didn't know they had a trophy until you played it on college football 20.
I never knew, bro.
That was funny, man.
I never knew that they had a trophy for it until, and it's been years ago. I'm talking about this, you know, been many years ago, but I never knew it until the first time it got put in the video game. Like, well, I'll be damned. They do have a trophy. What about that? But in typical Auburn, Alabama fashion, it's called the sportsmanship trophy. So I don't even want to claim that. I ain't one of them sportsmanship guys. Bro. Between the whistles, my sportsmanship is I'm not going to, you know, try to intentionally injure you. That's all the sportsmanship you get from me. But if we're in that pile and I can get a thumb to the eye, you best believe you're coming out looking like Popeye, because that's how the top teams think, bro. The top, look at Saban, look at all the top coaches, Bear Bryant, from the top to the bottom. They were all a-holes, bro. None of them were nice. I have living in this state, I've met so many men that have played for Bear Bryant, and all of them have told me if he didn't win, we'd all hate him. He was a hateful SOB, but guess what? That's what you need in football. Football is a man's sport. It demands that you stand up and be accountable and be a man. And Hugh Freeze, to me, has never had that, ever. So it's time, bro. It's beyond time. But to me, if you keep him around, it's going to make it worse. It just is, bro. And college football right now is in a transition period, and it's moving very rapidly. I mean, think about all the years we begged for a playoff, and then boom, we done had it a playoff, and then they change it, and they about to change it again that fast. So it's either you keep up with it, or you're gonna get lost in the shuffle. And that's all I got to say, other than to the Bama trolls, don't forget Huggy's also an FSU man, and we smacked y'all out of the planet. So as much as y'all want to put Auburn down, every Alabama podcast, that's the main focus they have, is how Auburn did. So who's really living in whose head rent free? You heard me? War damn Eagle to the end. Y'all stay super fly. You heard me?
All right, that's what's up, Huggy, man. Appreciate you coming in, man.
Thanks, Huggy.
We got my man Seals coming in. We got Mr. Light Skin coming in, man. Yeah, y'all come in, man.
Jay Flowers. Shout out to Jay Flowers. I already know. Light
right,
Skin
man.
Ken.
Jay, cut your video off, Jay. Let me know when you got it cut it off.
Mr. Pike Roll
They still got
himself,
the
ladies
video.
and gentlemen.
Jay, cut your video off. Mr. Light Skin, cut your video off, man. Ricky Seals, go ahead.
Yeah, man. What's up, fellas, man?
What's going on?
Everybody been right, man. You know, but I'm starting to agree with Tez, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's getting to the point. It's like, damn, is it a culture thing with the head guys, man? Like, it don't make no sense, man. It's like we ain't got a boss. And when you hear coaches saying that, that's the reason why they didn't come to Auburn. It kind of sounds bad, man. Like, it's the building. And then the building is going out hiring guys that's just like them. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, and then you got to think about this. I mean, I know Hugh Freeze did what he did in the past, but man, I mean, is he getting his karma? Because at some point, I know a lot of these coaches, they sleazeballs behind the scenes. A lot of them. You know, but
I didn't want to go there. I'm
just saying, you know, a lot of these coaches ain't innocent. But, you know, it's been a lot of them put on blast. You know, is he getting his karma? Like, and then to go back with I just watched a War Report earlier today. You know, Mike G, he didn't disclose the player's name, but he was recruited by Hugh Freeze. He played for him at Auburn. Talked to him after the game yesterday. He said it on his show today. He said, look, I told you, Hugh Freeze can't coach. He lazy. He said the main thing you're talking about is how lazy his approach is. That's all I needed to hear. Now I know sometimes players just, you know, maybe he didn't get any playing time, baby. Who knows? But what if that kid was right though?
Yeah, Ricky,
I mean,
Ricky, you won't be surprised who it was.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's sad, man. You ever hear players say that? And you can look at it on the sidelines, man. It's like, I just think he done, man. I think he knew last year, like, hey, I ain't gonna be able to get this done. I'm just gonna sell wolf tickets and just.
Hey, wolf tickets? Wait
What
a minute.
that's what I said.
Wait a minute. Wolf tickets?
Like wolf
No,
tickets.
Wait a minute.
I'll go ahead.
Copyright.
Okay, yo, sell wolf tickets. But it's like,
DC.
What you trying to say, man?
nah, man. Yeah, you know I love you, bro.
Man.
You know I love you, bro.
Yeah,
But that's what it seemed like, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's like I think he defeated. I think he knew he can get the job done. I think it just seemed like he waiting for the players to bail him out. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you waiting on the players to bail you out. You know, you need to coach and develop them, bro. I don't care how good they is when they come in. It don't make no sense, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the building. I'm starting to believe that, man. Look, we got a brand here in this state. We shouldn't be like that. Like, we already deep in the hole already. Everybody talking about the next 10, 50. We already in that, living in that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Since 2010. Regardless of what Gus did, we've been down for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be like this at all. I'm serious. We should be able to get any coach that we want. I don't think coaches really want to come here because you start reading you start listening to the rumors. Everybody want the keys when they come here, and they always saying they don't know who the boss is, but they just listening to some guy telling them, hey, you ain't gonna get the keys. You just gonna do what we tell you to do. Do this, do that.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't get them guys. We just get yes men guys. That's what it seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Actually, that's a proven fact. That's a legit proven fact.
What else you got, man? Ricky, and we got Travell Mr. Lightskin, keep going in and out, man. Trying to get them on. You got to come in. When you come in, man. Turn your video off. This is gonna like just destroy the screen.
That's all I got to say, fellas, man. You know, I just agree with Tez, you know, with that, and man, he got to go, man.
I got you, man. And appreciate you, Mr. Ricky Seals Jones, man. We finna bring Travell in, man. Man, what I want to do is I put the link in. Oh man, if you can, man, call in, man. I really want to get some perspective on what you're talking about. And we're gonna get out of here, man, because we've been running marathons on this channel, man. Good Lord. All right, man. Travell, what you got, man?
What's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, man. Come on.
Let me tell y'all something about y'all.
Oh Lord.
Y'all new fans. Y'all new fans. I've been told y'all that this dude suck. Told y'all what he do, he recruit and try to win off his talent. It ain't the building, because we were winning before then. We were winning way before he even got here. We were winning with Pat Dye.
Winning what?
What?
Winning what?
You had to go back.
Yeah,
to
we
Pat
was.
Dye?
We was winning with Pat Dye. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We were winning with Terry Bowden. What you talking about? We had an undefeated season with that cat. What you talking about, man?
Come on.
We had an undefeated season with Tommy Tuberville.
Travell. Like I said.
Whatever you saying, bro. It don't mean nothing, bro.
Like I said in the text
with those guys.
Like I said in the text thread, you making my point because you talking about one season. You talking about one season out of an extended tenure.
Okay.
We talking about sustained success.
Alabama didn't have
one season.
Alabama won one season until Nick Saban got there.
Sustained success is what we want.
Until Nick Saban got there, Alabama didn't have sustained success. What we talking about?
Gene Stallings won a national title.
Gene Stallings had one great season.
And he had
Stop that, bro.
Seasons. Gene Stallings
had one great season. He had 8 win seasons all up until there. What you talking about, son?
Alabama can name coaches where they have extended sustained success. Name one.
And we can too.
Season. Name besides the 04 season. What other season did Tommy Tuberville win more than 9 games?
0.
He was 600 as a head coach at Auburn. Just by the way. He's a mediocre. Like that's what I'm saying. We debated without saying Auburn beat Alabama 6 years in a row. What other thing did he do outside of the 04 season that is sustained success at Auburn?
You could argue Gus was more successful than Tuberville.
They was getting ready to fire him before.
Okay.
My point exactly.
Okay.
We sit here.
I named Terry Bowden. Terry Bowden had 3 9-win seasons.
We sit here and talk about mediocre all the time. We give mediocre coaches superstar level credit. When they are here for 7, 8, 9 years, but then we go back, but we can only point to one season. One season. I can argue that Gene Chizik had a better tenure than Tommy Tuberville because he had 2 8-win seasons, won a national championship, and then left after 3 years. Gus was here almost 10 years, and we talk about 2 seasons.
Don't let him.
We talk about 2 seasons.
We actually talk about 3 seasons.
Don't let him punk you out, King.
He had 3 good seasons. What we talking about?
We got to be better than this as fans, man. We got to be better than this as fans.
As fans, we weren't crying about that until Nick Saban started winning at Alabama.
Well, you should have been. I wasn't born yet, but trust me, if I was born, I would have been crying about it.
You were going for USC back then, man. Stop doing that.
No, I was not.
You was a USC fan. You already said that.
No, I
nigga.
didn't say that. I did not say that. Chill out.
Yes, you did, bro. You said you was already Bush, dude. Cut it out.
That's what I said. I said I like.
Okay, you was a USC fan, then. Cut it out,
dude. Chill out, bro. Now you trying to put words in people's mouth. Stop.
What else you got, Key? Key coming here.
I'm just saying, y'all trying to make it seem like 8 wins, man. Penn State. If you look at Joe Paterno tenure, most of his was 8-win seasons too, dude. When Georgia was out there,
what did Joe Paterno win? What did Joe Paterno win in that time period? What national championship did he win? What national championship?
He was there for 1,000 years. What are you talking about?
What national? Okay, so if he was there for an extended period of time, what national championships did he win just by being an 8-win coach every year? You keep
He won several national championships. What are you talking about?
Keep making our point. Joe Paterno ain't win no several national championships.
Yes, he did, nigga.
Oh man, hold up, man. We can't have that, man.
Hold up, bro.
We can't have that. We can't have that.
Hold up, bro. Hold up, bro. You're not about to sit here. You're not about to sit here and do that, bro. You're not about to sit here and do that.
We got to let you go.
You're not about to sit here and do that. That's a hell nah, bro.
Come on, man. Come on, we're gonna have to go. Mr. Light Skin, I'm trying to bring you on. Please turn your video off. I keep trying to bring you up, Mr. Light Skin. You gotta take. There you go. There you go. Mr. Light Skin, what's up, man? Javale, you still on?
Joe Paterno won 2 national championships in his whole team. Stop it, man.
Years.
Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop
2 out of 40.
See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. He was there. He was there for 25 plus years, but he won 2 national championships. But he was an 8-win coach. He was an 8-win coach. But he won 2 national championships in a 25-year period. Stop it, man.
But Penn State ain't crying.
Texas does not add up, man. Let's be real, bro.
Penn State ain't crying.
Let's be real, bro. Be real about it, man. Gus was there almost a decade, and we talk about 2 seasons. That's 20% of his time there. We talking about 2 seasons.
Okay, you just said Joe Paterno was there 20 years and he only got 2 national championships. Ain't that what you just said?
But you sit here making an argument talking about an 8-win coach.
But he the winningest coach all time. He the winningest coach in college football history. So what we talking about?
That's so long. Of course he's gonna be the winningest head coach. It's just like LeBron. LeBron been in the league so long. Of course he's gonna have the most points.
And is Penn State crying? Is Penn State crying because they lose? Is Penn State crying because they losing? No.
I gotta find a Penn State channel.
Are they crying because they losing? No.
I mean, were they in national championship?
Ed said he was there for 54 years, and he was an 8-win coach, and he won 2 national championships. Stop it. And Felix, ain't nobody sitting here talking about Nick Saban. Yes, we know Nick Saban is once in a lifetime. We know that. I'm not sitting here capping for him at all. But what I'm saying is we cannot sit here and just be like, man, Gus was an elite coach when we sit here and talking about 2 seasons out of
nobody says he was elite. We just said that was the last time we had success.
In the chat, you legit somebody said Gus was an elite, and you said, man, stop talking. They hate Gus. That's exactly what you said.
Do.
Don't nobody hate Gus. We just saying he average.
That's all we saying. He the last time we had success. When we had success since then? When the last time we had a winning season? Who's the coach when the last time we had a winning season? I just want you to say. When the last time we had a winning season, dude?
Man, bro, y'all on Gus nuts.
The panel, please.
This man won.
When the last time we had a winning season, panel?
Was average.
Hey, if you just had.
When the last time we had a winning season?
If you okay with that, that's fine. If I want to be better as a fan, I want to be better. We want to be better,
but we ain't right now, dude. We're crying right now.
Not every 3 years. I don't want to be relevant every 3 years. I want to be relevant every year, man. But
you gonna blame that on Gus?
Stop, man.
You don't blame that on Gus? No.
This stuff right here is the stuff
Hugh Freeze suck, bro.
The reason why I know that. I'm not a Hugh Freeze fan. I was one of the ones
coach right now
from the jump. Stop it.
You ain't said that from no jump. Stop. I'm the only and first person who said he sucked.
You're not the only one that said that. Chill out, bro.
I'm the only one
that said that.
I'm the only one.
Get louder too.
I am the only one. Stop, dude.
Man. Like y'all with that, man. See, this is every time somebody say something, it has to be a problem when we talk about Gus, man. That's all it, man. Y'all
don't want to bring him up.
Y'all tripping.
When Gus was here, Gus did too. Gus was here, Gus did too. Okay,
you want to talk
about him then, bro.
If you talking about Gus, the best in history, Lucino. If he the best in history, Gene Tizzit won a national championship.
He riding this. Not me, bro. I'm just saying, he the last time we had success.
For some reason, bro, y'all sitting here acting like Gus is the great all-be-all. He was an average coach.
He's the last time we had success. If the last time you had a 5 girlfriend, you gonna talk about that girlfriend. If you sit next to an ugly girl, dude, come on.
Gus. I have nothing to say about Gus. I wish Gus the best of luck as always.
Just talking about it all the time. He just brought him up for reference. Say it.
Hey, I'm not gonna make her a 9 just because I don't like my current.
That's my point. Exactly, man.
She was a 6. Gus was a 6. Like that's all I'm saying. Like,
but if your current girl a 2, the last time you had a 6,
was Gus.
Okay, well then
The last time you had the above average girlfriend was Gus, right?
Let me explain something to you, though, Travell. The reason, like, accepting the mediocrity from Gus is why the university felt like they can give you a Hugh Freeze.
We ain't accepted it. We just saying that's the last. Like old boy said, if that's the last time we had success, we should have kept it then. If that's the case, because since we ain't had them, we've been losing.
And we still be losing right now, man. So what do you want?
How you know that? He ain't there.
You want championships at 8 wins.
I want championships, but we can't even get 8 wins.
Okay, well, we ain't had a coach. We ain't had
look, I want steak, but if I gotta eat a hamburger, I'm gonna eat a hamburger. Right now, we crying for 8 wins. We wishing for 8 wins.
I mean,
say we ain't.
Oh, no.
What we talking about? What we mad for? If that's what we wishing for, we wishing to get back where we were. How we gonna get over the hump if we can't even climb to the hump?
Because the ceiling, you done made the hump the ceiling. All you got to do is win 8 games, and then
we tried to get past the ceiling. We cut a hole in the ceiling, and when we cut a hole in the ceiling, we lost our footing and we fell down the hill.
The funny thing about this is, like, if you take away that 2013 season from Gus, him and Hugh Freeze have accomplished the same thing.
Hugh Freeze ain't accomplished that at Auburn, though, dude. So why you keep saying him and Hugh Freeze accomplished the same thing? At Auburn, Hugh Freeze has accomplished nothing.
That's even.
He ain't gave me a winning season, bro.
That's an even better point. Is like at all these different spots, he won, but at Auburn he couldn't. So why couldn't he win at Auburn?
You tell me. Because Liberty ain't Auburn. Like, and he only had one 10-win season at Ole Miss. He had one 10-win season at Liberty.
Okay, so why couldn't he win at Auburn? Why can't we get our 10 games at Auburn?
You tell me that.
No, I'm just
because Gus gave you 8. Yeah. Brian Harsin couldn't give you 8 because then nobody want him. I wish we would have kept dude. I wish we would have gave dude a chance.
I wish we would have too, but what I'm saying is, like, man, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Okay, I'm glad you said that. If you go back and you look at Brian Harsin as a winner, he's got 10 games, 10 games, 10 games, 11 games, 10 games, 10 games, 10 games, right? So I can get the point of, like, okay, you hire this guy, he's won a lot. Hugh Freeze and Gus Malzahn have won the same thing.
There's a difference between me winning in the Mountain West and me winning in the SEC.
But
there's a difference between me winning in the Sun Belt and winning the SEC.
That's very.
Am I right?
I give you that. No, I give you that.
Am I right? Okay. Well, so they're not on the same level, bro.
They are on the same level, though.
No, they're not.
When you watch the football games, you see ineptitude from both of them. There have been times we looked at Gus Malzahn's offense and wondered the same things we wonder about Hugh Freeze's offense. What in the hell are they doing out there? What did they do during spring practice? What did they do in the fall? It just so happened to lead to 8 games. I want you to think about last season. So when did
that lead to 8 games for Hugh Freeze?
Hear me out. Last season was very close to 8 games. Very close to 8 games.
Was it though?
Man, we done talked about this till we blew in the face, but we know like there were critical moments where last season went wrong. Had Hugh Freeze won 8 games last year, it'd be the same thing that Gus has done.
If Hugh Freeze won 8 games last year, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now.
I think the main difference was Gus went from Cody Parkey to the Carlson brothers. If we had McPherson fully healthy last year, we would have gotten the same results as we would have had with Gus Malzahn. The point is, neither are good enough for the job.
We're arguing over mediocre coaches, bro.
Dude, I ain't arguing over mediocre coaches. I'm just saying why we keep bringing dude up. I mean,
if you go to the Alabama channels, when they start arguing over coaches, they argue over 2 championship coaches. Arguing over
because they had them. They had them. If they wouldn't have had them, they couldn't argue about something they ain't got.
But which 8-win coach was better at Auburn is what we're talking about right now. And that's the problem with our fan base. That's the problem.
Well, here's the thing about that. Y'all ain't old enough to talk about Pat Dye. Because y'all don't bring him up.
But that was a long time ago, bro. Ain't
Y'all
nobody
ain't talking about Terry Bowden.
When we were recruiting,
how many national championships did Pat Dye win?
He didn't win any.
He won one.
Why are we arguing about him then?
Well, that's because because they didn't claim those national championships. I mean, they didn't claim those national championships. They claim them now.
Between Auburn fans and Alabama fans, Alabama fans argue championships. Auburn fans argue
because they claimed them, bro. Like
was better.
We just now claiming 9 national championships. Why is that?
Because we sucked as a university in football for a while.
When in the 80s, we really sucked in the 80s? Are you serious?
How many national championships did we win in the 80s?
How many national championships Alabama won in the 80s?
How many 10-win seasons you had? How many rings you got? That's all that matters.
How many championships did Alabama win in the 80s?
I don't know how many they won in the 80s, but I know over the
they didn't win any in the
years they've won 7 or 6.
Yeah, with Nick Saban, yes.
Can we get one of those? Instead of arguing about
we had one.
And Hugh.
We had one. We went to another.
Auburn fans, period. But the problem is, we could have had Kirby Smart, but Jay Jacobs said it was a bad look hiring an Alabama coach. That's our problem. We too worried about what Alabama.
Pat Dye was an Alabama coach
to win. I don't care what.
Pat Dye was Alabama coach. So why would he say that?
Come from BFE, it don't matter.
Yeah,
we could have had Bob Buccino too.
Every part of the conversation that we talk about leads back to the bow ties and loafers up top.
Exactly.
It's a major issue.
Exactly.
Hey, old man, because that was old man talking from Bubba.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Yeah, you said you want Auburn fans to come together for once, man. What expound on that, please?
No, I said, can we be single?
Yeah, single for once. Okay, expound on that.
Get rid of the boosters. They're the ones pulling the strings.
Okay.
Yellow fella needs to sign the check, send it in, and step back.
Mm-hmm. So do you think this Hugh Freeze is a function of the boosters? What's going on now?
Yeah, he's who they wanted for sure.
100%. He's friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
They play golf. Tommy Tuberville started taking time off to go dove hunting. What happened? 2 seasons later, he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. It at Auburn, it's all the buddy system with the higher ups.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why Harsin got gone.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I don't think Harsin was a great coach, but that's why he's gone, because he wasn't friends with nobody.
Yeah, that was my point I was saying earlier today, old man.
No, he wasn't friends with nobody. Yeah, matter of fact, the AD who was not friends with the boosters hired him anyway, because he said, "Ain't no boosters gonna tell me how to run my situation."
Out of a job.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
Okay.
Alan Green didn't deserve to take the fall for that, but
he did.
Just because Brian Harsin and Hugh Freeze are bad at their jobs doesn't mean that we shouldn't have moved on from Gus. One should not connect with.
Nobody said they shouldn't.
I agree. All right. What else you got, King? We about to close this thing out, man.
Oh man, I'm done.
Okay.
Nick,
right,
we
man.
good?
Yeah, we good.
Nick
ain't heard a word in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What's up?
I said we good, man.
Oh, I'm straight. I'm good. Yeah, we good. I was reading some stats on my phone, trying to get some stuff going on about this win-loss record. But go ahead. I'm good. Yeah, we straight.
All right, man. We'll holler at you, Coach Gus. I mean, Terrell.
Wow.
Terry Bauer was my favorite coach at Auburn.
Yeah, man, he doesn't.
Y'all don't know nothing about that, so we don't talk about
he
that.
He doesn't get enough credit. Terry doesn't get enough credit.
We the same age, bro.
Yeah, he talking
like you don't talk Terry about it. Were you an Auburn fan in high school?
Yeah.
Because my favorite quarterback was Damian Craig, bro.
He's an all-time leading passer at Auburn. That's a great choice.
He's my favorite quarterback. If you don't believe me, ask my little brother.
Oh, I'm not doubting you. You saying
I'm just saying.
That. Like we the same age.
Yeah, y'all don't speak on dudes, so it's like so I can't defend on nobody. I can't defend nobody. Y'all speak on, like I said, y'all speak on Gus because he was the last time we had success.
He can't come back and help us now, man. Gus is recent history.
I'm gonna be
us
honest with you.
speaking on-
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
I don't think nobody even said the word Gus up here today. I think Gus was saying
Everybody
It was
wasn't
said it, dude. Ted said it. Like they've been saying it, bro. Like
okay.
half of the time we'll be trying to say Hugh Freeze and we'll say Gus.
Right, I just can't believe that I can't believe for the life of me we just saw the product that we saw out on the field for these last 2 games, and we sitting here having a debate whether Gus is a better coach than Hugh Freeze or not. Like, bro, what are we doing? Come on, guys.
Bro, y'all,
man, what are we?
I'm just
As
saying.
a fan base, come on, man. Come on. Think about what's going on.
But look, as a fan base, whatever we argue about ain't gonna change nothing. They gonna have to change it on the inside, bro. Like you've been saying. Like it is what it is.
All right, man.
All we can do is cry.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot.
Real, all we can do is complain about our current girlfriend and talk about how our old girlfriend used to be.
That's just sad, man.
Ain't good looking either.
And we can say, wait, that girl we took to the prom, she was all right, but she had a man. We can't even talk about her because she left.
Hey, all girls
she put us on block
when you turn the lights out.
What?
Oh my God.
Lord.
Oh my God. Auburn Addicts After Dark.
Right, bro. This has been Auburn Addicts Rated R today, man. Bro, we've been political. We've been like, bro, throwing slanderous words.
Oh, that was funny.
Bro. That's in, bro. That's in.
That's
Nick,
hilarious.
Nick, where can they find you?
Light skin ain't coming in?
Man. Light skin was saying he need earphones or something.
Oh, okay. I got you.
He was going in. He was in the back trying to get him in, but he was like, it just had a technical difficulty.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Nah, man, Nick Frazier. What am I talking about? Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. The Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. We here on YouTube Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Come check us out. Subscribe. We are on our way to 800 subscribers. As well. And of course, every Saturday for the games, we have the live game stream. For every Auburn game this season, man. So come check us out. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. We appreciate y'all so much.
Hey, Bubba, where can they find you, man?
Bubba and Old Man Auburn Sports Talk on YouTube and Twitter.
Okay. Yes, sir. Tez.
Yeah, you can find me at It's SECZN on all platforms, man. You want to join us Tuesday? We ranking these teams. It's been interesting so far. And with the week that just passed, I can tell you that the rankings are going to be a little bit different. And it's going to be interesting. Most credible ranking show on the internet.
Yes,
you won't find one better than that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up,
man. Leave Auburn on the sideline. We ain't gonna even put him on the top.
I'm gonna give y'all something real quick.
Okay,
just off the top, just real quick off the top of my head. If I get first pick on Tuesday, on tomorrow, to make the first pick, I might pick Ole Miss.
Ooh. What about Vanderbilt? What about Vanderbilt?
Vanderbilt lost, didn't they? No, they won.
No.
Blew them
Vanderbilt's a solid team, but Ole Miss is in the conference. They leading the conference right now. They won the most conference games with 3. With a win at LSU.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, y'all tune in Tuesday, man. And I'm gonna leave this up there. Ed Darby said, I'm just leave that right there, man, because that's the comment of the day, man.
All right,
hey, man. I want to say this. Friday we were so jovial.
Make it civil, please. End this civilly, man.
I am.
Like straight, like
Friday we were so jovial, making jokes, laughing about head fat and adjustable headbands. We were so jovial, making jokes.
Yeah, man.
Today we're all fighting amongst each other. Hugh Freeze is tearing this fan base apart.
Y'all hilarious, bro. Y'all hilarious, bro.
But if anybody was offended today by anything you said, man, DC will apologizes, man. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man.
Appreciate y'all. Man apologizes too.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Man. And the king apologizes to all this humble subjects.
I don't.
All right, man.
If you mad, put a cape on it.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate the subscribers, man. We'll see y'all later, man. And we'll say all War Eagle, man. Auburn family forever, man. Peace, man. We'll see y'all.